graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Get the iHeartRadio app. Now you can hear the same shitty music you hear on the radio on your phone or tablet. Yeah. Not done listening to the latest Breaking Benjamin jam? Don't worry, you can take them into work with you. Whoa. Are the Bobs giving you a hard time about wearing your Toby Keith shirt on Jeans Day? Tune them out with some boot in their ass. Yeah. You getting all worked up watching the new Nicki Minaj video? Take it into the bathroom and finish stroking that fine white cock. iHeartRadio app. Listen to the same shitty music you listen to on the way to your shitty job any time of your shitty day.
Show number 316.
Yeah.
We're just doing some
John 3:16.
It is John 3:16.
Austin 3:16, sons of bitches.
There you go, Brooks.
I'm drinking beer.
And the podcast, the Podfather loved the world of internet radio so much that he gave you the Jerry Jonestown Massacre.
Wow.
There you go.
Just went deep.
That's Pod 316.
Yeah.
The Book of Pod, chapter 3, verse 16.
John 3:16.
Can you give me a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Jerry
Where's Brooks?
3:16.
Have we looked at... Oh, no. Brooks wouldn't know because it's not March 16th.
He's a rock star now.
We had to send him a message to go, hey, this is our 316th show. You need to celebrate. It's an excuse to wear a shirt. Like he needs an excuse to wear a Stone Cold shirt, right?
shirt?
No. You never need an excuse. Right?
Yeah, you could be like in high school. That's when it was popular for me.
Yes.
I never wore one, but...
Were you a big wrestling
WWE
freak
guy?
at WWF,
I was.
WWE?
I kind of cut out midway through high school.
Yeah.
Just I loved it, but I don't know. Eventually, it just got too much to keep up with.
I had a Gravedigger shirt that I sported, man, when I was feeling in the mood of the Walmartians.
Well, now you've got a
Hulk, yeah.
shirt. You and I both do. It's time to break out my tank top.
Yeah, the Gravedigger is a monster truck.
That
so
is
it's
true.
a little different.
That is different. I forgot.
But I thought there was a Gravedigger or something like that in
Undertaker.
That's it.
That's what I was thinking you were talking about was the Undertaker.
No, I had an actual Gravedigger shirt that I rocked a lot.
Gravedigger.
And then you got me the Hulkamania. I'd love a 316 shirt, though, Brooks. That'd be a great Memorial Day present, Brooks.
Oh, I'll send him a message in a little bit. All right, so we're here. We're rolling.
What is the band we're playing?
This is New Magnetic North.
Hell yeah.
It's hidden in the background.
I've seen some videos from those guys getting posted.
Maybe they're finally about to put something fucking out.
You guys know how to post videos to Facebook?
Because they need to. They've only been working on this shit forever.
Sounds good.
Jacob and Bob Hell.
What I've heard
Yeah.
is pretty gnarly.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of fun.
New Magnetic North.
When Jacob and I went out to the desert that time, which sounds very weird.
For the video that never came out?
For the video that I couldn't shoot because our schedules didn't align. So
but
someone else shot it.
You did the scouting of it.
Well, I went out there and helped him scout, and we shot some test stuff out there that was just for them.
And you saw Ray.
Yeah, Ray was out there from Star Wars and BB-8.
Yeah.
Right after that came out, they were doing a photo shoot.
And then we ran into her at the Comic-Con.
We ran into her at Comic-Con. That was
weird.
When you're out there fucking around in the Monahans,
yeah,
8.5 hours from here, whatever it is. What is it? 5-6 hours from here. You get out there and you're like, okay, we're gonna fly a drone. You know, get out there with your guitar and walk across the desert dunes because it's all white sand dunes. And I want to fly the drone over you and everything. And then as you're whipping the drone back, and you go, there is Ray in BB-8 in the middle of the sand dunes. What the fuck is going on? And you have to double check the footage and be like, what is
Well,
this?
what was really weird is when you saw her at the Comic-Con.
You got to leave it in.
Because I had no idea. I was like, are you fucking with her?
No, I
You're
went
like,
over and
I
talked to
saw
her.
you out in the middle of the desert.
I just saw you out in the desert.
I was like, what are y'all messing with me?
Because
it was
yes, it's a movie that we made.
Yes.
I assume she's British.
She wasn't.
Oh,
She
not?
wasn't.
Oh,
She
okay.
It was a cosplayer that looks
She was
just like her.
hot.
Oh.
Looks just like
And
her.
then
It's
I
not the
went
real
home
Ray.
and stalked her,
Oh, cool.
and she had some very nice photos.
You
too.
can, if you stalk hard enough, you can see
You stalk really hard.
Booby.
Yeah.
She's a full on model, but yeah, she's a cosplayer too. So it was kind of silly, seeing that out there.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Matt. Happy Tuesday, Jason.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Happy Tuesday, Brian.
Happy Tuesday, all.
Now, Brian, you're here to tell us about all sorts of cool things.
Yeah, me.
Hey,
all
and the things
about
I
you.
do, and
But-
which by extension are cool because I do them.
Before we get into
he's
you,
here to talk about cancer.
because I know we're going to get off crazy, weird ass tangents and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Jason's here to talk about Memorial Day weekend. And I'd like to knock this out because usually we do it at the end of the show. And I'd like to get it out now. You talk
Is
about
this the
this and get
thoughts
out
and
there.
prayers segment?
No, we'll have. This is a new segment I'm bringing up.
Because he does need thoughts and prayers.
Oh yeah, I guess we can include you in the thoughts and prayers.
Show Brian your boot, your special boot
Oh,
that you're gonna
shit.
do.
Didn't see that. What the
And,
hell happened?
and now wait till you hear about this. What he's
Okay.
going to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go for it.
so
Memorial Day Lane. Let's
every
go down.
day, every Memorial Day since 2011, we have an event that we do on Sunday at Rivershun Park, and it lasts till Monday. It's called Carry the Load, and
no gay jokes. It's
Rivershun
Park.
Joe.
it's called Carry the Load. And Carry the Load is an event that is intended to bring back the true meaning of Memorial Day. So we're trying to raise awareness of what Memorial Day's become a. Okay, let's see if I can say this right. I have a friend that sells mattresses, so I can't really be mean, but
Mattress Giant.
I'm going to buy a TV.
my point is, there's all these sales on
Only
Memorial Day,
a
and there's
mattress
barbecues, and that's all great. Everybody should have a lot of fun, but it's there for a reason. It's there to remember the fallen soldiers from all the wars of our past.
Who put it there?
Who put it what where?
What president approved this?
That was not Johnson.
was LBJ.
No,
Was
it
it
was
not
who
OBJ?
was the president?
Put it what? The date?
Who was the one that dropped the
25th?
bomb after
Truman.
Eisenhower?
Truman?
I thought it was Eisenhower that dropped the bomb.
No.
No, he warned us about the bombs that could be dropped.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'll look it up. I'll double check.
Okay, I think that was Truman. I think it was Truman that did that, by the way. However, so we've been at war since 2001, so since September 11th. So we've been at war for like 18 years, almost 19 years. And it doesn't matter. I don't care what anybody's political views are.
Sounds like we're about to jump in right into another one.
And I don't care about politics. These are people that volunteered to serve our country to protect us. And they don't have political views when they go overseas, especially in this war. They don't have political views when they go overseas. They go overseas because the commander-in-chief, their main boss, it gave them orders to go fight a war. And that's what they do. So the ones that don't come home, by the way, you're not afforded an opinion while you're in the military because you're property of the U.S. government. So you're just a pawn for their process. Like I said, it doesn't matter what your views are on the subject. The people that join, they know what they're getting into. So anyway, this is for all the people that have passed away and didn't make it back home serving our country.
LBJ.
It was LBJ?
Yep.
Okay.
LBJ. In May 26, 1966.
Okay.
He's the one that moved it to the 25th
It's the
or the Memorial Day.
The last
Set it
Monday, the last Monday of May.
Who dropped the bomb?
Truman.
It was Truman that dropped
Truman.
the bomb.
Was it? I
bomb.
thought it was Eisenhower, man.
Eisenhower was a general then.
Oh.
He was still in the Navy or Army. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of that other 5-star. We only had that was one of our last 5-star. It was our last 5-star, by the way. You'll never have another 5-star general because a 5-star general has to be in command of more than one country's entire military force.
There's only been how many 5-star generals have there been? Was Patton one?
Patton was a 3.
He was more than 3.
No, he made 3. No, he got in trouble too much.
Oh,
why
that's
he stayed-
right.
That's why he was a 3. He got kept out of promotion to 4-star when he slapped the guys that were walking off the lines when they were scared and walking away from the front lines. And he slapped that kid and told him to turn his ass
Yeah.
around and go back to work. That's when he got to where
What
he
about the
wasn't
cat from
promotable
Band of
anymore.
Brothers? Was he 5? Brody?
No,
No,
He was 4?
he wasn't even a general.
no,
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
No,
Yes, he was. At the end of it, he
I
was.
thought
He
he
got
was-
promoted to general.
I thought at the end of it he was just promoted to major.
yeah, he had just made major at the end of it.
No.
The redhead,
Yeah,
he was a
made
major.
general.
No, the reason he never made general.
Right before they found him, yes, he was. I'm pretty sure he was a
I
general.
don't think so.
Okay, we're missing the point.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Back to so carry the load. So
Sorry about that.
so
Carry
so-
the load, people.
So what carry the load is, like I said, the intent of it is to bring back the true meaning of Memorial Day. It's just to bring more awareness so people understand the reason that they have these days off for no random reason. There is actually a reason, and
TV sales.
it's not for veterans. It's not a holiday for veterans. It's a holiday for those who have passed. We have Veterans Day to honor veterans. We have Armed Forces Day and Army Day to be happy for the people that are serving now. Memorial Day is about the people that have passed, the ones that are left, when the families that are left behind. Carry the Load is a 20-hour. It started off as a 20-hour and 11-minute in 2011 road march. This year it'll be 20 hours and 19 minutes. And what we do is we go to Rivershine Park and we walk the Katy Trail for 20 hours and 19 minutes this year. And there's no requirements. We do it to raise money for the families of fallen soldiers and first responders. This is for the people that have been left behind. A lot of them were stay-at-home mothers. I saw that a lot in the military. Stay-at-home moms that don't have a career. Their career was taking care of their children. And they're given a very short amount of time to be off the base once their husband dies. Or their wife dies, whichever one it might be. So once you're no longer useful to the military, you're gone. And those families need help. And we've raised over $2.5 million this year so far.
Damn.
First year we had probably 200 people that walked all night, so it's a long walk. It's there are no requirements for how long you do it, but it's available for 20 hours and 19 minutes this year. The lap at Katy Trail is 7 miles from Rivershine Park to Rivershine Park. It's 7 miles, 3.5 each way, and we'll just walk it all night long.
We talked about this last year, but I can't remember. Where's it into the north? Where do y'all stop and turn around?
Right at 35
The
or
wall?
75. It's real close. It's
Just hit the wall and turn around.
you almost run into 75 right at SMU.
You got it.
Okay.
It's right before SMU and 75 right there on the west side of the road.
Is a commander above major?
No, commander is a position, not a rank.
Okay, so he was a major, but
In command of a
held-
battalion.
In command of a battalion.
Yes.
He became a commander.
Oh.
He
Who?
never became a general.
Eisenhower?
Damian Lewis.
Oh, in the
Band of
Band of
Brothers.
Brothers.
Band of Brothers.
Eisenhower was a 5-star.
He played
So-
Richard Winters. So.
He was our
What-
last
so-
5-star.
And how many 5-stars have there been? Sorry to chase this rabbit.
Not
I want to
many.
know though.
So we weren't a
And Patton was
we
only a
weren't-
3-star.
We weren't considered a world power until the end of World War I.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Nine
9 total.
It's been nine.
officers. 5 Army and 4 Navy officers have received 5 stars.
So
Was
that's an
Tom Landry
admiral.
one?
A 5-star would be an admiral. Is it Palsy? No, Palsy wasn't the 5-star from the Navy, is he?
You want me to run them down real quick?
Yeah, real quick.
Just
Just
they're real quick.
there's not many.
Marshall, MacArthur, Eisenhower, Henry Arnold, Omar Bradley, William Lee, Ernest King, Nimitz, and William Halsey.
Yeah.
Was Storm
Nimitz
and Norman?
Halsey, I was right.
Was Storm and Norman trying to be one? Wasn't he trying to get?
Norman was a 4-star. Okay,
But he was trying to become a 5-star.
okay.
But they were like, "No, this isn't happening."
no. Okay, so the requirement to become a 5-star general is you're the commander of all forces of one branch from more than one country. Okay, so when we went to Iraq, he had all of the armed forces for the army in the United States.
Yeah.
Other countries would have to relinquish command of their own troops, and we would be in charge of them for him to make 5-star.
And that didn't happen
No.
in Desert Storm.
Wait,
It was a coalition, but it
wait,
was not that
that's
way.
how that works? Because I thought it was just if you had troops in a different country.
No. You have to be over. You had to be the easiest way to make 5 stars. You have to be in command of troops from more than one country, from more than one country. The reason Eisenhower was because he was over British troops and he was over American troops
Okay.
at the time. And then you had Marshall, who had the other half of the army from Britain,
Yeah.
who had half of our army and half of the British army. It was the Asian campaign and the European campaign.
So basically,
I'm
you
sorry,
have to
the
have
African
you have
campaign
to
and the
have a
European
pretty much it has to be a world war, like a big conflict for
Has to
there
be a
to
world
be
war, basically.
yeah, world war
Yeah.
to have.
So-
So we don't want another 5-star.
No, that's
No.
that's a
Okay,
good thing
yeah.
that we don't.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And did you know there was a 6-star general?
Huh.
No.
There's been only one 6-star general.
That's fucked up.
That's in
Was it Washington?
what in Israel?
George
I
Washington.
was gonna say it'd have to be. He's the only one that's worthy of that shit.
Yep, George Washington was the.
Well, what are the
only six-star.
requirements for a 6-star
There
general?
are none.
Starting?
Create the fucking country.
Yeah, you create the country,
No, you got to be like interplanetarial.
or
Ooh.
a member of Five Finger
So
Death
it'll-
Punch.
So it'll be a space. It'll be a
Yeah,
a space.
yeah.
what
You
they
have to
call
be
it?
in charge of
Space
a
Force. A
yeah,
Space,
Space
Force,
Force.
commander. would
You
be
got to
the
be
only
in
thing.
charge of an army on Mars.
No,
Earth.
Space Force Admiral. Because
There you go.
Oh,
space,
true.
it's Navy shit.
That's true. That's true.
Because you got ships.
It's true.
Okay, so back to carry load real quick.
Kirk was a captain.
Let's get this out of the way. I'm almost done. So anyway, we've had this event every year since 2011, and I walk the whole thing every year. And I've raised the amount of miles I've walked, and the number of pounds that I've carried every year has increased. Probably not this year. I'm going to make a decision.
Yeah, we got a situation this year, don't we?
Wait, why you got to carry shit? I mean, it's
So it's called
for charity. You can just walk around and be like, I'm doing good.
100%. But the reason the veterans that do it, we're remembering somebody we've lost.
Yeah,
So-
tell them the story about the first dude.
Okay, so
Okay.
now that I've got the event out of the way, Rivershun Park noon. Let me get the times out, and then I'll start it. 4 p.m. on Sunday is when we start. They open the door. They open the gates for the area at noon on Sunday, the 26th, and family of fun event. Doesn't cost anything to get in. There's live bands. There's going to be. You'll have the entire march. The entire march makes a loop around the camp So every time you walk 7 miles and you come back to Rivershun Park, there's a loop you walk and everybody be clapping, and there's food and there's games and there's food trucks, and it's safe. It's completely secure.
Dustin,
you know, it'd be
you may
great.
speak.
Is it late at night when you guys are tired and you're feeling it? You need that second wind. If maybe a group of comedians went out there and maybe did a quick set to cheer you up.
You know what? We
That
call it
will
bust
not-
a load.
That will actually demotivate these brave men and women.
Dustin and I
that
will
do
be
that.
putting on the overtime.
We don't
and
want to give
Brian.
them an example as like, oh shit, we were defending
Yeah.
this. Oh, we should rethink this whole
They
thing.
No.
They
And
just-
our event-
they make the loop and walk right
Yeah.
back to their
But
cars.
there are, I would say, okay, here we go.
They
Let's
walk
make
into
this-
the lake.
There are some comedians, even in DFW, that are also veterans as well.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'd say
Yeah.
get in charge with get them because
Okay.
that would make a lot more sense. And then I wouldn't be there with my friends telling dick jokes.
And
You
like I
actually
said,
have some
they have
actual
good-
veteran,
and they would probably have
comedians.
good boot camp jokes.
And our event will
Oh,
be
sure.
called. This event will be called Bust the Load.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
No,
Yeah, because you'd be
So-
breaking it.
So 6 weeks ago, I broke my leg.
Yeah, how'd you do this? Masturbating vigorously on a
As my
set of
doctor
train
said,
tracks?
my doctor said, Jason, you're old. No, he goes, Jason, it sucks to get old.
that's the
what my doctor
oddest
said.
visual ever.
So I don't want to talk about it. I did something stupid. I was running across the street after dark, and I jumped up a curb, and I broke my leg. Twisted my ankle and broke my
You
leg.
should have just gone with masturbating on a train track.
I'm just being honest. So I broke my leg.
How
6
drunk
weeks
were
ago.
you?
Not.
How stoned were you?
Not. I was in Arkansas for orientation for my new job.
Was it orientation?
Yes.
Way to go.
5-day orientation.
Was your first question was like, when does insurance kick in?
No shit.
Here's
No.
my purple leg.
The first thing I walked on
Did
it.
you get fired? Were they like,
No.
okay, this guy?
I
here.
walked on
You're
it.
a liability.
Yeah.
I walked on it for 2.5 weeks, working for a week and a half before I even went to the doctor.
Are you still
He had to
employed
get
by
a
them?
couple of days of FMLA.
Are you still employed by them?
Yeah.
You kind of.
I told him I didn't do it at work. I told him it wasn't about work.
All right.
Does that not count since you're out of town for them? That doesn't
No.
count as a work
Dude,
entry?
No. It was
Okay.
11 o'clock at night when I needed cigarettes.
Did they
and
send
run
you in
across
for
the
a
street.
drug test immediately?
No.
Well, at my job, you do something dumb like that, you're going to have a drug test.
Anyway.
Oh,
so,
sorry, man. God, we keep. Sorry,
so
Jason.
6 weeks. So 6 weeks. It's been Friday. I go to the doctor and I get this boot taken off, I hope, and then he should tell me whether I can do everything like I normally want to.
Which last year you did how many miles?
Last year I did 42 and I carried 70 pounds.
You're not doing that this year, right?
No.
You're not carrying 70 pounds with that foot, are you?
I don't think I can.
I don't think
That's
his
a
doctor's
lot.
going to let him enter the event.
I think
He's
I could
going to be
go-
there for moral
I bet I could
support.
carry 50 though. I bet I could carry 50.
I don't think
Not
your doctor's
from
going to let you
far.
do it.
Not if your foot's that jacked up.
The only part that sucks about the Katy Trail is the first 3.5 miles
Are up.
is up fucking hill.
Yeah.
The whole damn thing is uphill.
Did you? How
And that
bad was the
sucks.
break? How bad was your break?
I broke my fibula in half and I fractured
In
my,
half?
and fractured my
Doctor's
tibia.
not going to let him do it.
No.
And I
This is
fractured my
stupid.
tibia.
I doubt you'll get the boot off.
Yeah, you're
No,
probably
I-
not even going to get that
I can
off.
walk without it and it doesn't hurt.
But still. Not 42 miles.
Hey, will you video when you bring this up to the doctor?
I can't
When are you
video
going
it.
tomorrow?
They won't let us. Yeah, no, Friday.
Yeah, take
I
video.
literally
of
waited
that.
to have the meeting for the very last day I could before the thing to let it heal more.
I want to see the doctor's face when you tell him what you're planning on
I already
doing.
told him. I told him when I got the boot. I told him what I wanted to do. That's why he agreed to do the meeting. He wanted to wait 2 more weeks to have our first appointment.
The only thing that'll save you is if we can bolt on some skates on the bottom of that boot, and you can just
There
kind of
you go.
wheel it along as you're
So
walking.
anyway,
with the other one.
Carry the load. So we raise money for the families of fallen soldiers. It's a 2-day event, family friendly, lots of fun. Come if you don't want to go hang out there and you think it's too hot or whatever. Katy Trail Ice House is on the Katy Trail, and they are open most of the time that we're walking. Excuse me, and you
Are
can
you
go.
crying?
No,
Oh.
most of the time that we're walking,
Wednesday.
and you can go sit there and have drinks and sit out on the patio and watch and just cheer on dudes that are out
It
there
is
doing their
family
thing.
friendly, so you can take your kids.
That's
Very
why
family
comedy
friendly.
shouldn't be a part of this.
Yeah, bust a load is not family friendly.
Yeah, like they have bounce houses and stuff for the little kids. The whole bit, man. It's
Well,
a
we
big
have
family
bounce
thing.
houses too.
Yeah, but it's not.
All right. Well, if you have bounce houses, the comics are going to demand to do comedy in the bounce house because that's
That's the way you do it.
doesn't matter how good our set's going. I'm in a fucking bounce
Yeah.
house right now.
As you're yelling
Yay.
out words as you're bouncing, I'm sure that will.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so Jason, hopefully one of us make it out there this year.
Yeah, I hope so. At
He
least
said he was going to walk 2 years ago. and still
Someday
hasn't
I'm
done it.
going to, man.
we're not getting younger. By the way,
I
Why
know.
not?
I know.
I
I got to do this comedy thing first. My
You can-
first open mic.
You can ride on the trail.
You know what? Maybe that should be my premiere, Brian.
God no.
On the
Don't insult the troops like
or
that.
at least walk 3 miles to the Katy Trail Ice House. Do your
Actually,
stand up there.
Just a bunch of
veterans,
us running.
veterans have
Oh,
the sickest
shit.
sense of humor of anybody. Nobody
Yeah,
has
true.
a sicker
They
sense
do.
of
Oh, I
humor.
know.
than
We
a
just
veteran.
don't want those families around so we can
Hold
actually
on,
have a
hold
good time.
The thing is, they have a sense of humor,
Yeah.
and we haven't established if he can hit that sense of humor yet.
He makes me
That's
laugh
the
a
only
lot.
thing that was ever appealing to me about the military. I'm like, I can crack wise at everything. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, you got to wake up and shit. I was like, no, I'm good. But
Yeah.
give me those gallows humor. Yeah, I'll take the best part of being in the military and just fuck around and tell gross
We all
jokes
would.
all the time.
We all
that's-
would.
There
we
you
all
go.
would. We'd all take the best part.
But I'm not good at being yelled at. I'll take my ball and go home. And by that, I mean freedom.
Just think about all the
Yeah.
fucking dudes
Amen.
like Brian that got
Amen.
drafted like back in the day in the
Oh,
war.
God. I would
Just knuckleheads that had no business, like us, had no business.
I would
being
have
in the
showed my
military.
school grades and been like, "Hey, I'm good at a desk and
It's
I
like,
can
get in.
plan shit. You need
Yeah.
an organizer. You need some shit filed.
No.
I will do that.
We need
quickly.
you to be a meat shield on the front line.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a bullet sponge.
I'll be like, hey, give me that IQ test. I can do something like Starship
I'm smart, I'm
Troopers.
smart.
I was like, I would totally fucking been Neil Patrick Harris. I'm just like, no, I want to be the quasi psychic guy, and I want to work in games and theory, and I want to know all the secret shit, and I want to be able to plan. I want to be in the CIA part of the military. I don't want to see any front line. I at least know where I'm not good, and I will not be viable.
You won't
at.
fit.
But
Yeah,
I'll be
there
like,
you go.
hey, give me some of that secret shit. I can keep my fucking mouth shut.
Yeah.
I just want to know. That sounds awesome.
I would
let's
try
do
to
that.
volunteer for I can QC the beer and stuff that comes from overseas. If you need a tester, I
Yeah.
think I could take that position.
I'll be in charge of getting the troops cigarettes. Is that cool?
I'm in for that.
I'll be a gaffer.
they did. World War II, they had smoke.
I'd like to document everything. You're on the front line.
Can I just be a fluffer?
Whoa.
Wait,
What do you like, Bud Miller? What you want? Crab? You want crab? All right. What do you smoke? Marlboro, Camel. All right, cool. Hey, how about you over here? What do you like?
Okay, we have a quick.
I waited tables. I could take a fucking order.
We have a correction from earlier. If you're over a fleet of Star Destroyers, you're a Grand Admiral.
That's right.
Grand Admiral.
If you are in a space station
What makes you a Grand Moff?
that might blow
That's
up
what I was-
planets, you're a Grand Moff.
What was the blue
So-
dude?
And that's Grand
he was-
Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, Thrawn.
And
He wasn't
he's an
human,
admiral
so they
because
kicked him off into the outskirts of
Yeah,
the galaxy.
that's the
'cause-
Imperial
could've-
Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're in a Star Destroyer or any ships, you're in the Imperial Navy.
Good,
So there you go.
Extended universe reference right there. I never read those books,
He's
but I
out.
really wanted
No,
to.
he's canon now.
I was like, Heir of the Empire. I wanted to read the original 7, 8, 9 books. Never did,
They're
but I
great.
know about them.
I've
That
got
expanded
'em.
universe
You wanna
sounds
borrow 'em?
awesome. I do.
I've got them in the house right now.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Books or comics?
Heir
The
to
books.
Was it Heir to the Empire
Good
and
books.
those two others? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've only read one, and it was.
I read Jedi
Millennium Falcon.
Academy.
Oh, you did?
Read that.
In like 8th grade.
Why do you say it like that?
Because it was for kids.
It
And now we have Han and Leia and Luke's kids training their Jedi powers.
So in our thoughts and prayers segment
Yeah. Oh dear.
that I'm starting
As
up
we're goofing
this
off,
week,
going,
I don't have any bed music yet.
We're gonna take
It's
prayer
all
requests
just
now?
do-do-do-do. No, I just want to send some. I want a shout out to Ray for the Methinks, our
Yeah.
buddy. He's in the hospital,
Oh.
and hook him up. Shoot him a text if you got his number. It's a good dude. Went over and saw him Saturday, after I got done with the cheerleaders, and his spirits were up. He was in good mood. So
Oh, cool.
thoughts and prayers.
I'm using the
And
that
Methinks
concludes-
coaster right now.
do you have any prayer request?
No. We could give a shout out to our blue-haired friend who's in a body cast.
Our blue-haired
What?
friend, as in old woman,
No, not that
old
one.
man.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Did you not?
That's
see,
what I was thinking. Blue hair.
Blue
like,
hair.
Did you not see the conversation earlier?
Did we do a show at the
Jeremy,
nursing
A
home?
lot of people hear conversations, Dustin. You
They do.
see them.
You don't see them on your phone.
Oh, internet. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about now.
our friend. She goes by Blue. She's come on the show a couple of times and listens regularly.
I have never met her. You know that, right?
You haven't? I thought you.
I've talked to her. I've Skyped with her, and that's it. I
The
wasn't
times you've
on
gone
the
down
trip
there.
when you
She
went-
wasn't. She wasn't living there.
She's
Or
in
she was
a
on
body
something.
cast
Yeah, she got robbed.
and ended
They
up in
t-
a body cast.
Hold on, she got
Yeah, I
robbed.
hope there's more to the story.
She got robbed. The assailant took her purse. She chased after him. The assailant jumped in the car and then proceeded to back over her and run her over.
Oh,
And she missed the tires barely, is what she said. But the guy backed over, then pulled back over.
Where was that at?
I don't know the exact location, but it was in Austin.
Oh, it was in Austin.
It was in Austin. And he took off, and it fractured her spine. So she is in a turtle suit.
Damn.
Stormtrooper chest piece and back piece, like I call it.
damn.
It's like the back operation one.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy. So anyway, now that ends our thoughts and prayers segment.
Anyone else? Brian,
And if you want to sponsor this segment, be sure to give us a holler.
you want to pray about that Uncle Touchy?
What?
It wasn't
Got the
him.
meth problem?
What the hell are you talking
He wasn't the one that used to sit on his uncle's
Oh,
lap
that's
for $1.
right. That's right.
about? Oh.
Jason, anything besides your gimp leg?
Just tell that doctor to make sure he lets me have full.
Just tell him to shoot you up with some Demerol or some shit, some good stuff. And
As long as he tells me it's okay, we're good.
woo!
I hope they cut it off.
I could deal with the pain.
Sir, your femur's not going back together. We got to cut your leg off.
Jason's like, I don't know if this is I don't know if this is necessary.
We ain't
I don't
talking
think
anymore.
this is right.
Yeah,
I walked in here.
I need a second opinion.
no, we got Dr. Schneider has a rep. We've got it right here.
And I'm over there with cable cutters, just waiting to shove your leg in them. Whack.
Cable
Big
cutters.
round ones. Whack.
Is that what they use these days?
The ratcheting ones.
Right? Oh,
Amputate.
yeah. You go.
That would. He's not cool at all.
Is it just slowly closing? Is it
You're killing me, dude.
And it finally goes like the cables do. Snap! It just breaks open.
Dude,
It's so violent.
why? Why do we have to be there?
I don't know. All right, Brian.
Pain of terror. Oh yeah, let's get to me after talking about the troops and your friend that's
Got
your
ran
friend,
over?
multiple friends that are hospital ridden. Let's get to me and my jack off comedy bullshit. I love that.
I'm front loading you.
No, that's great. I love following that.
Can we talk about Game of Thrones?
That's fine. I've kind of. What's funny is like following serious subject matter. I'll sometimes go do this open mic at Dr. Jekyll's, which is in Pantego. It's a beer house kind of place, and they have an open mic where you like, literally do anything. And I'll go there. There's like musicians, and I was so lucky a couple weeks ago. Like I go and nobody really signed up. There's like a musician up there. I go up there, do some comedy, have a blast, and then like after me. two out of the next 3 sets are people doing very serious spoken word poetry.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm so fucking glad I don't have to follow that.
Like early
'Cause it's-
Henry Rollins stuff? Like
no,
where he
not
went deaf,
even
or-
punk rock. Like, no,
It
just
wasn't?
intense personal shit. Like,
Yeah,
they
like,
were crying.
into it.
Both, like, and I was just like, I'm so glad. It was good, but I'm like, I don't want to have to follow that shit.
There's not a
'Cause-
part of you that wish that you
What-
could have gone after that though.
And
Oh,
just
no, totally.
attacked it?
Like, yeah,
just not attack it, just because I wanted a good reaction from the crowd. but I could totally play off of that.
yeah,
I'm
you
like,
could have started crying during
oh,
your
now
set,
I'm the asshole that gets to follow this intense personal story
and then
that's
start shake,
with has stanzas and some
then
kind
get
of
quiver lip, y'all.
Yeah,
Start making fun of them.
but yeah.
What was the
I watched
stuff
Game of
about?
Thrones.
Is it okay to say what it's about? What they were talking about?
That's fine. I wasn't gonna rip on that. I was gonna rip on the weird
Well, what was it?
situation. What?
What were
you
they
were in?
talking about? What was the poetry about that was so
Like-
deep? And
How someone hurt them and they're not gonna let them do it again or something like that. But in a much very serious, like to where
Was it a guy?
I had there was a girl and then there was a guy.
Was the guy talking about his uncle offering a
Oh,
dollar?
oh,
to
they
sit
keep
on his
they
lap?
keep it
to
vague.
wiggle.
They keep it vague. Like you can't because if you get incesty
touchy?
with your spoken word poetry,
You get kicked out.
then,
You
no, it
That's
just
when they cut it off.
because everyone's cool with that. How serious? Everyone's cool with how serious the air that's created with this already. But actually, that would be really. It'd also be kind of insulting to the actual
No,
spoken
it
word
would.
poetry.
It sounds
But
like
if,
geniusness to me.
if you have some people paying attention, you're like, dude, he's talking about like his uncle touching him. Like,
Yeah.
was that like a metaphor for his dick? Like that would be hilarious. But like, it's shit that got so serious. Like, I wanted to set my beer down.
I think
And
you got a new
I set it
bit.
down so carefully as to not make a sound because that's how fucking quiet it was.
Are you
in the whole
serious?
bar. Yeah, it's an open mic. It's in the word open, so it's not open music, not music open mic.
But
not
it
comedy
was
open mic,
it was so
open mic.
intense in there that people were worried about the noise at their
I
bottles and
was.
stuff.
Nobody was really making any noise as it is, but it was just kind of like I want to be so respectful. I just graciously sat my beer down.
Wow.
I don't want to set it down and make a noise because
I've been.
everyone
I
heard
know
it.
that.
You're just like, oh shit.
Was there not one part
like
of you
when
that
you-
wanted to go, hey, fuck her, go to therapy?
Oh, totally.
It's like
But-
when you drink from a bottle at a funeral.
I'm here to
But
drink
also,
a beer.
these people had listened to me for like 15 minutes, which is rare at a comedy
See-
open mic. But a regular
Okay.
open mic like this, I'll get away with
Honestly,
15 minutes.
they're the assholes. Because
No, they're
if I would have gone up there to do therapy and a comedian went on right before me, I'd be like, you know what? This isn't a good date. I'll
Oh,
go.
dude, there's people
I'll go
that do
somewhere else, dude.
comedy as therapy, and that shit.
I
drives
know.
me up
Well,
the
that's
fucking wall.
you know,
I'm just
that's
like,
fine.
oh, cool. I take this shit seriously.
That's Chelsea Handler, right?
Well, at least they make a career out of it.
She did.
You don't think
somehow.
that's an asshole move, though?
no?
To go in after a comedy, a dude that just did a 15-minute little set, and you go up there and be like, well,
You gotta think.
No,
this-
because it's poetry.
And
Like,
some
no,
people
this
are
shit
in the
rhymed
zone.
and was
they're not even
delivered
paying
as well.
attention to the comedian. They're in the zone to do their own thing, and they're
Okay.
hyping themselves up to go
they're there,
because
they
they don't want to
filmed
throw
it.
up on their
Yeah,
mom's sweater
gotcha.
spaghetti.
yeah, technically it's
At
still
a
art.
comedy open mic, that wouldn't be that cool because it's like, hey, this is a comedy open mic. Go,
Yeah,
go where
but if
people
it's
respect
wide
that.
open,
No, that's when you do get.
I don't
to your
know. I
set
probably
list.
wouldn't have done it,
You walk
though,
up
still.
right
I'd
behind
been
them
like,
and
you know what, this
"Hey,
little song-
motherfucker."
This poem that I wrote about Hitler, I think I'll wait to do this another time.
your ode to Hitler.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So, how is that place doing? I haven't been over
Dr.
there in forever.
Jekyll's?
Dr. Jekyll's.
I mean,
it
my
used
buddy-
to be the first when I
Is
went.
that the
It was when
place
they
on
first
Arkansas?
opened, and there weren't that many.
Is it on Arkansas?
It's in-
Yes.
Yeah, right there.
No,
on-
Park
Up
Row.
at- Park Row?
Park
Yeah.
Is
That's
it an
on Park
old ass
Row.
building?
I don't know how old it is. It's right next to a scuba place, and they used to sell brewing equipment. They don't anymore. It's
I
just
don't
They
think
just
we're
sell
it's
talking
just a
beer.
place
Madison.
with 30 beers and board games,
And they get cool stuff in. That's
They finally
rare.
took
like, that's where I
the-
had Rush.
the barriers off their stage. Used to have like a wooden barrier, like
Yeah.
not rails. I want like wooden rails that they finally took that shit off.
It
I'm
was like an old handrail that went across.
yeah,
there or
and I'm
something. It
like,
was
there's
weird.
no fucking. I'm like, I don't think OSHA's complaining about this.
No.
And they finally because
OSHA complaint.
they
from the
finally
Jackal.
the guy that runs it. I think he also works there, and my buddy Seth works there on Wednesdays, and so they.
The meme dude?
Yeah, he's a guy we met working at Freebirds in Arlington years ago, and he's just a good time.
I'm done
happy
with free.
drunk
Did I tell you about my experience at Freebirds?
I haven't had
my
Freebird
last
in
one?
years
I'm done
because
with it.
They were bad.
It's too edgelord.
That's why you're not going.
Fuck
'Cause
yeah,
it's
dude. The
edgelord?
one in Denton.
This is pure Dentonite. In
Yeah,
you,
dude.
right
I was
Edgelord?
fucking pissed, dude.
This is you
Yeah, I felt
becoming
like-
a Dentonite.
I'm like, man, okay, so I'm sorry I'm white, male, balding dude.
That's not
okay,
edgelord.
fuck you. No, I know. It's not edgelord. But all the like the girl that was checking me out was like, basically throwing shit at me. Like
She is edgelord.
she was edgelord, yeah. Everyone that works there's edgelord. So Freebirds, you can
Your
suck
problem
a dick.
is-
I don't
that
think
you
you know
said,
what.
"I'm sorry."
All right, I guess I'm the younger guy here. Edgelord. No, if they were edgelords, they wouldn't give a fuck about your race, and they would treat you like a normal customer.
No,
They're probably
these
insanely
were the like your
PC.
typical Austin
if you're
edgelords, your
hardcore
hipster edgelord.
you don't care about the customer.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
just throw
but
shit at the customer. Period.
And you definitely don't give a fuck about a white dude that's old. And that's why
but
why they
also-
were edgelord.
Okay, I mean, I guess yeah. To me, edgelords are just the people that get a rise out of people. Are usually the ones that will say like quasi-racist shit to get a rise out of people, which I don't.
No, those are
I'm-
comedians.
I'm presuming this Freebirds employee is probably super far commie left, and they're generally not the edgelords of the internet verse.
Yeah.
They are like maybe to you, but edgelords want to piss off everybody. I think maybe she want to piss you off just because you're a white dude that had the audacity to get a food from her, an employee. Trust me though, Freebirds employees are shit fucking employees.
Yep.
And have zero business ethic.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
exactly
was a
what
shift
it was.
manager at a Freebirds. There was this one guy named Rob.
Speaking of
I fucking
shitheads.
hate this guy to this day because he's just a guy that just.
Do you see him often?
No, actually, I actually just unfriended him on Facebook because I was tired of his shit.
So you worked at Freebirds?
Yeah, and one in Arlington next to Jay Gilligan's, which they quickly shut down.
Yeah.
because it was just a terrible idea. But this guy Rob, who I fucking hate, he was just a guy that he couldn't. He was a weirdo. And I got like a bit I sometimes
Fucking
do
edgelords.
of there's weird people and weirdos. Weird people are cool, they're fine, you can get along with them, they're just weird people. Then there's weirdos who can't carry a fucking conversation, and they don't even have like mental illness to like excuse their ways.
Dumb lords.
And this
Dumb
guy,
lords.
so he eventually finally got fucking fired from that place, which I was like, oh, thank God. That's one, like, because he was terrible at everything. He weirded out. He was bringing up shit with customers. It was just like, dude, stop fucking talking about the Illuminati with all the customers. We don't need that right now.
Yeah.
Just wrap that shit up. Literally wrap that shit up. Ring them up and let them get the fuck out of here. They don't care about the recent thought that's 5 seconds old in your head. So eventually some boss came in and got him fired.
I always go to
Talk about Illuminati.
I always go to Freebirds to figure out my 9/11 conspiracy.
But this guy, no, like, it wasn't people like you. It was just run of the mill, regular Joes,
some old
and
lady.
Janes and Joes
Yeah.
that don't care or they've never heard of what the fuck the Illuminati ever was.
Yeah.
And they don't need Rob to.
What was his
fucking-
most
the
fireable
burrito
offense?
maker.
Do you think while you were there?
I would say his most fireable offense was something he did after he got fired. When this was my first
he
ever
pull his dick out?
management. Oh, I wish it was that easy. So I was
Oh,
the shift
shit.
manager on duty. This guy's been fired for a couple of weeks. We have some new employees that don't, just terrible employees, and they're very green. And I'm in the office doing boss shit, and not in the fun way. I'm just trying to be responsible.
Yo, I'm boss.
Yeah. So I come out. This motherfucker is behind the line. So he doesn't work there anymore. He has no business
And
being.
he walked behind the counter?
Walk behind the counter. We have these giant ash. We have the regular tray. Say you want a burrito.
Mm-hmm.
They heat the tortilla, slap it on the tray. But say you want 2 burritos or you want the super burrito. We got these big ass fucking trays that are like giant like serious pizza.
Like a pizza,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he has that with 3 burritos going. Making 3 burritos
For himself or for
himself.
Fuck.
When these 2 employees are there, just like standing there, just
Whatever.
kind of chit chatting. Like one's chatting with them, one's talking to him, and I was like, "Hey, what the fuck is going on here?" And they're like, "The employees don't have shit to say." Rob's just like, I'm just like, you throw that shit in the fucking trash and you get the fuck out of here." And I kind of looked at them like, "What are you doing?" Like, you just let this guy, like, they knew him. I think they were friends with him, but it wasn't like, hey, fuck Brian, let's just get this guy. It's not like, they're just like, oh, Rob, yeah, he used to work here. He's poor and hungry. I'm just like, he's poor because he's a piece of shit and can't work anywhere. He actually thought he could get a job at the GM plant. Like, he was like, man, they won't to let me there. I'm just like, yeah, because it's a fucking GM plant. They hire actual hireable adults there.
So you made him throw
which
that
you are
fucking burrito, that
as
sweet ass
much as
burrito
I
away?
fucking hate it. I hate, I've worked in plenty of restaurants. As much as I hate seeing food getting thrown in the
You're like,
trash,
throw that shit away.
just
now.
because fuck this guy. And
Yeah.
I was like, you throw that shit in the trash, you get out of here. And I made him do it.
Did he say anything? He was like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh,
man."
he was trying to just like, man, I thought you were cool or something like that. I'm like, I've never been cool to you because you've always drove me
Been
up
a
the fucking
fucktard.
wall. He was a guy that would just fucking sing and could not carry a fucking tune.
Oh man.
Like, and it's like, well, not even in a fun way. I can't carry
Yeah.
a goddamn tune, but if I'm going to sing, I'm at least trying to make you laugh or I'm singing
Yeah.
along with people or, there's a point to it. No, he was just singing some fucking...
I bet you wouldn't have liked me
He's-
as an employee.
This is the reason I don't like Father John Misty, because he kept singing this... He kept singing this one Father John Misty lyric over and over, and the lyric was Jesus Christ, and it was just Jesus Christ. Not even like the Neutral Milk Hotel one. No.
Or not even a
Goddamn.
Alice in
Sorry.
Chains.
I'm gonna get some of
Christ.
this.
Or
or
the
the
nice-
Nixons.
You can
The Nixons,
tear it
man.
up.
Sister, I see you.
Jesus Christ. We need
They
to put a
didn't give
whole
him something
Anyways,
to
fuck
believe.
Freebird.
together.
They paid Dick. Anyways, what happened in Denton? This girl fucking threw
You
a
hate
burrito at you?
edgelords and Denton.
Oh no, I just had a terrible experience because,
Yeah.
like I said, everybody that fucking works there is a fucking Antifa,
Hey.
want to be Antifa guys and shit and girls. I'm like, fuck, dude. I just want a burrito. I don't want the fucking attitude with it. Oh, look at this fucker. I bet he has a MAGA hat on somewhere. He's had a MAGA hat on.
a tattoo on forehead.
Fucking asshole racist.
You wanna hear a smooth
Fucking-
segue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about Freebird and
Burritos?
no, the song. We can go from burritos to the song of Leonard Skinner. Well, Mastodon released a little
I heard it today.
Led Zeppelin
Stairway
cover
to
this
Heaven?
week. That did not work at all. That segue, but
Oh.
I was trying to.
Did
beat
you
around
listen
the
to
bush,
it
but
yet?
I gave up. Yeah, what'd you think?
It was good. The vocal, whatever the effects they were kind of doing with the vocals was kind of a little tad wet.
Did you hear it? Have you heard it? They
Let me
did. So supposedly, the way the story went, because it was posted on Spin yesterday, I think, that when their manager died earlier this year,
Oh, yeah. I saw something about that.
they at the funeral, someone asked them to get up and play "Stairway to Heaven"
Yeah.
because that was one of his favorite songs. Blah blah blah. And they were real all against it, but they ended up doing it. And the guy from Gojira was there and recorded it on his phone.
I recently started digging them.
Love them.
Yeah.
And I made fun of them on Facebook. I went back and I was just like, no, I stand by that. But I really like them. I
It's
called
okay
them
to make fun
I
of
called them a
bands you're
new
into.
metal band
Nah,
just to see what people would do.
It's completely allowed. You're allowed to make fun of bands.
Les Elephant
Oh, yeah.
Savages.
I do it all the time. It's great.
And from
Like Gojira.
Mars to
fucking
Sirius,
awesome.
yes, they're fucking badass. Anyway, so he videotaped it or took the audio and then sent it over to him. He's like, "Hey, before he sent it, he's like, I'm gonna take this. It sounds pretty good, but I'm gonna take it back to my studio and tweak it a little bit, then send it over to him." Then on Record Store Day, they're like, "Hey, let's release this and let's actually record it as the A side as a tribute to him." And they just put it up on iTunes this week, and
the live
version
version's up too.
the live version is from the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool. I dig it. I thought it sounded good. It was on.
Yeah, it was good.
I thought it was pretty.
I just wish the vocals, like they did something with the vocals, like almost it wasn't telephone effect. There was some
They
kind
had
of
their
effect.
fourth
they put
member
on.
start singing because it's like are they all singing
of
by
them
now?
sing.
Oh, they do
Oh,
now.
I thought it was just Brown that sang it on this.
No. It is just Brand singing it. And
At the end, there was a fill-in
They
part where
did
I
it-
think that you could hear Brent. He did one little. It was
Line?
like a. I'm trying to think which part it was.
Which
They
not
stuck
a
to
dig.
it,
I
and
really
it
like when
kicked in
bands
at
start
420.
letting. They what?
it kicks in at 420 when it gets heavy.
yeah.
Yeah. They
For-
they kept it right because that's where Zeppelins kicked in.
I do like
So
it
they
when
changed it
bands
up.
have multiple members that sing.
So,
and
It's
sound
funny that you
different.
brought up the old Mastodon. I want to do a real quick segment here
Okay.
because I listened to that. Actually, it was funny because I listened to that today, and then I went and started listening to Mastodon the rest of the day.
It's kind of what I did.
So-
except, yeah, the day I listened to it, I put in Once More Around the Sun and started working my way backwards.
See, I went the other way. So, what do you think is the best Mastodon song?
Song?
Song.
Whatever track 10 on Blood Mountain is. I love that fucking song. I think it. I don't know. They're all like 4 or
Track
5
10
minute
on
long.
Blood Mountain
They're all
is-
Blood Mountain's all 4 or 5 minute long bangers, and they're awesome. But this one, it's like yeah, it's got that, and it's got some sweet riffs. But I know I'm describing a lot of Mastodon songs.
This Mortal Soil.
Yeah, This Mortal Soul.
yeah,
And
I
also
think that that's
the
really good.
Colony of the
pretty
Birchmen,
sure
though.
It's track 10. Could be 9. I'm pretty sure track 10.
It's definitely.
exactly what
I
I'm
think
thinking.
mine is definitely off of Blood Mountain because I've let it be known that my favorite album by them is Blood Mountain.
Over
I think
Crack
Colony
Sky.
of the Birchmen might be the best, one of the best Mastodon songs ever. But it has a
The
guest
one that's on
appearance.
Guitar Hero? I sang
It
that
is
on
on there.
Guitar Hero one time. I was
But
like,
it has,
finally,
the
something.
thing is, it has a guest
The
appearance.
only
So
reason
should
I know
we count
song is
that?
because of Guitar Hero.
I hate Guitar Hero.
'Cause Josh is
and
in it.
Garage Band, because my friends and old roommates would
And
play that shit.
So
Keep me up.
it's 2 guests, isn't it? Homeboy from Neurosis is in it too, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so.
He's in like 2 songs per Mastodon album too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
Like, all right, Scott,
Okay.
you got a band.
But it had me. It definitely has me thinking of what is the best Mastodon song today. I was thinking, okay,
But Colony of Birchmen is
Is
what
one of the
really
best.
sucked me in.
yeah,
There was some stuff on Leviathan I liked, but
Yeah,
what
Blood and Thunder.
finally, yeah, Blood and Thunder. But what finally sucked me in was Colony of Birchmen.
Yep.
But that's not my favorite. My
March of
favorite's
the Fire
Oblivion.
Ants is what sealed the deal with me
Oblivion?
because of just how like,
Badass.
it's probably
and
the
crazy it
most
is.
probably been their closer for a long goddamn time over many shows, but just the way that starts off, that riff, and just how fucking heavy that song is. Yeah.
Scott Kelly was only on Crystal Skull, so it was just Josh from on Colony of Birchmen alone. So
There's a Hard Times article. It said like special edition.
What about Sleeping
Mastodon
Giant?
Amp comes with comes with additional Scott Kelly vocals.
sweet.
Sleeping
No.
Giant's a pretty damn good song
It's
too.
good, but like I can put in
Colony of the Birchmen and
No, I can put in Crack the Sky, and when it kicks off, and I'm in the car, my foot just automatically
Yeah.
eases into the floorboard.
is that so? That's you think that's your favorite Mastodon
I
song?
think so.
Is that's a pretty good one for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Where Brand sounds very Gary Newman like.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, he is very.
See, I thought he sounded.
slow,
I
isn't he?
thought he was trying to be Ozzy then.
Can we be over Ozzy collectively? I'm over Ozzy just
That's
as a
Brent.
human being.
I'm done. Well, like
I respect him, yeah, but I'm just over. Can he retire? Can we go into Time Machine and retire 15 years ago or something?
I thought he was
I'm
retired.
over-
Is he still
No, he's
doing
still working.
Ozfest?
It's an open secret that someone else sings for him. After that point, I'm
That
just like,
is.
why isn't he a fucking hologram?
there
Like,
is.
Hologram
Over
Ozzy?
old ass people just wasting away in front of my eyes. I'm just like,
Yeah,
hey,
Margaret.
let the new people come up. Mastodon's got a big crowd and all that shit, but hey, just go the fuck away and die.
Who's
Just
got a bigger
Jesus
crowd?
Christ.
Who?
Who's got a bigger crowd, Gojira or Mastodon?
I would say. Oh shit! I don't know. That
You
used
got
to
to
be
think
easy.
internationally.
You gotta think internationally.
because Gojira's from France.
But
and some of those-
Mastodon's huge internationally too.
But
though.
if you find some of those French shows they do, where it's just the
Yeah.
French audience, not a festival audience,
Yeah.
they're there to see them. It's gigantic. So
I don't know, remember?
I don't think we have the numbers.
Dude, we saw Mastodon and Gojira play together with Cavalry Attack
and that was such an epic show.
at fucking Palladium, or what's it called now?
Southside.
Southside.
In the small or the medium room, the other
Dude,
stage.
we
in
saw
Southside.
Cavalry
What, really,
Attack,
the medium?
Gojira, and fucking
there's the
Mastodon
big
on
room.
one bill. That's when I met James, and I was coked up out of my mind.
James. That's
I do
where-
not want to meet that man. I hate
That was
people on
bad.
coke as it is. And
You know-
and most people on coke are infuriating.
He's
assholes.
gone. He left.
Oh.
Those
Okay,
first
guys.
impressions.
he
sir.
left.
Yeah. Oh. Nobody's
I'm
fun
happy to
be
meet
around
you,
when they're on
but I'm coked out of my mind.
You guys want to come on a
Pretty sure
podcast
that's
show?
Probably so.
I'm gonna live forever.
Woo!
So,
Yeah, that was a badass show, man.
So you got a couple of shows coming up. Speaking
I
of
do.
shows, and your mouth being full, and the Rangers doing nothing here.
Oh,
I'm about to give up 2 runs.
I do.
God,
We
we'd
got
be
shows.
horrible.
You got a show this
announcers.
weekend.
Yeah, it's Stomping Ground Comedy Theater.
in Dallas. Now this is like in the middle of nowhere, warehouse land.
It's close to
right?
things.
Like
It's really close to AAC. It's
sorta. It's
near,
close to the Anatole. It's close to the
Yeah.
Anatole.
There's some big hotels nearby.
But
It's right near, was it Petticolas?
yeah, right around the corner from Petticoat.
It's where breweries like to open up places.
It
It's
is,
where
back up in there.
where Noble Ray was. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Noble Ray, and your boss bitch beer.
Thanks, Marlon, for the tip.
So,
But yeah, Stomping Ground does a monthly show called Local Access. They just have
Asshole.
a lineup of comics, and I'm headlining this one. And it's BYOB too. So
Hell
That's-
yeah.
it's a nonprofit comedy theater, so yeah, bring your own booze.
bring your own booze. And what time does this go down?
8.
At 8. And how long? How many comics? How long do you think it's gonna last?
The show has to. Show will be over by like 9:30.
Okay.
So if not earlier than that, show will
Okay.
be like hour 10, something like
So
that.
people can come by there, hang out.
So you're gonna do an
And
hour-long
there's a
set,
show
let everybody do
afterwards.
2.5
My buddy Wes
minutes.
Corwin's doing a roast battle show. So there's also a comedy show right afterwards as well. So
Where's that at?
same place.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're doing the 8 o'clock show. I think their show's like at 10.
So you're gonna do an hour and let the other guys do
No.
10 minutes?
I'm doing like 20 minutes
Okay.
headlining the show.
How many people are gonna be on the bill? Did you already say it?
Like 5 or 6.
You want to put some more shit in your mouth?
Oh, this is great. That sauce is good.
Those
Where's
are the
these
best.
Those are from Red Hot and Blue.
Oh,
the
really
onion
good.
rings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Red Hot and Blue's underrated, man. It's good shit.
It is good.
It is good.
They're the
I'm not
ones
the
that
biggest
put the-
barbecue fan, but I can
I like
definitely.
They
meat.
put the coleslaw on their barbecue sandwiches.
Yes, they do. Like it should be.
Yeah.
Like it should be. Like it should be hard.
That's just gonna piss me off and make me have to remember to have them not put it on there before I get my sandwich.
So
You don't like coleslaw?
No.
then
Dude,
you
I love
have
it.
you have a second show
Yeah,
that's your birthday show.
yeah. I did a birthday show. I think I've done like a couple of shows on my birthday. Last year, I headlined the weekly show at DCH, which happened to land on my birthday. This year, since I booked the shows at New Maine Brewing, which I brought their the owner David Clark, who's actually doing a podcast right now.
Called Casually Lit.
Is that it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. He told me a couple of times. I saw him today at New Maine. I was putting up flyers for the show Saturday, June 1st.
That's why we couldn't get them on.
at New Maine.
Who? No, we were supposed to be on theirs.
And we were going to get them on ours, but it always works out that we're always doing shows on the same day. They do their show at the same time we do ours.
Ah,
We
okay.
could just do them both at the same time.
Is their
then put it
podcast
on each
literally
other.
like right next to? It's in Southside.
I don't know. I
That's
haven't.
where
I haven't
the podcast he's doing is like he said it's right near Hot Fusion.
Oh,
So
then,
it's-
then
and
it may
I
not
was
be
like,
the same
damn, I
one.
wish my podcast right there because after this I'm gonna go to Southside
Yeah.
and put up flyers with my dumb face on it. That's what's so weird.
Where's Hot Fusion at?
Make it,
It's,
Right by shipping and receiving.
It is.
Yeah,
Have
Yeah,
you
it's
drank
literally
there?
right
Have
there.
you had their beer yet?
yeah. That feisty redhead and
Yeah.
the other blonde. Those, yeah.
Yeah.
Had
I'm not a
those.
fan of beers like that. Although
So then
Yeah.
you have, or on your birthday, that is over at
New Maine,
New
Brewing.
Maine
It's in Pantego.
in Big City Pantego.
Oh yeah,
What time does that one start?
9. That's a free one.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
How
can
long do you
also
think
pay
you're
at
going
the
that night?
Probably 30. Depends on how long.
What's the
like-
date?
Just you, or is it
No,
everybody?
I got some old comedy, but I have my friend Mono on that. She's going to feature.
Sweet.
And my buddy Christian Hughes that just moved back to DFW. Like he's from Grapevine.
Are you on your own show?
Yeah. I finally for years
Finally, there's an
comics
industry you
I've
can do
always
that
I've booked and produced shows for 5 years and comics have always told me, why don't you do anything else but host? I'm just like the show's got to run right.
Yeah.
Like I'm responsible for all this shit. I don't trust anyone else to host. Also, I don't want anyone else to host because it was at Sunshine for 3 years. I'm the one comic that lives near here and drinks here and knows these crowds. So I don't want any because hosting is biting a bullet. You got to go up there, bite the bullet, host, and and did that at Sunshine for 3 years. But same thing, I do the same thing at Mass and New Maine because I'm like, well, I'm the comic that started these shows. I just want to be the quote unquote familiar face that people know and or hate. You go up but in comics are like, you can be at other parts. You don't have to host all of your shows. You can give yourself like maybe feature on a show. I'm just like, no, just have to make sure it all runs right. And, I got to host it and all that. But I was like, fuck it. It's my birthday. And I've been doing shows at New Maine for about a year. Mass will be 2 years in April or August. And I was like, fuck it, it's my birthday. And that fit within like my monthly schedule at shows.
What's the
at
date
Inmate.
again?
Saturday, June 1st.
June 1st.
So
And my buddy Christian's hosting, my buddy Grant Redman.
What?
I
Who's
wanted
the
to.
cat you had at the movie deal that we went to a couple of weeks ago? He did like 15 minutes at
the Wonder Crust movie.
At the Wonder Crust.
Oh, Josh Johnson.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good. I
Oh,
thought
yeah,
he was
yeah.
funny.
He's
man.
great, man. Yeah.
I like that
Long
bipolar
time
humor.
Long time comedy
Freaking
club, man.
depressed.
So
I like that shit.
my question with that night is, how late do you think you're going to go with the entire show?
That'll
With
be
how many people?
an hour and a half tops.
About an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
On the June
I need you
2nd,
to go longer. I need
First.
you stretched out
June 1st,
Saturday, June 1st.
Saturday, June 1st.
because that is the night of finals for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders that I have to be at, and I usually don't get out of there till
Finals?
10
The
or
fuck does
11.
that mean?
Well, they have.
Are you going to be like, hey, I'm going
Preliminaries.
to a comedy show.
Semi-auditions.
If y'all ladies
This is-
want to go,
this is,
let off some
tryouts.
steam.
Bring Kelly
Oh.
over there. Be like, hey, Kelly.
They
Yeah,
would call
let
it
off some
finals.
steam.
That's how they get away with not paying them. So that's cool.
My buddy Matt will give you a back massage.
You had a funny comment.
Oh, I know.
This week that I can't.
I have
comment
to.
on.
I have to say what's unsaid.
Yeah, you do.
It's the only form of justice that's true and honest in this world.
So, did you do a show down at in Austin at not Capital City? You did it. I saw you
Velveeta.
on a flyer. A
Yeah,
flyer for some show
my
down
buddy
there.
Chris Telez, who's from Dallas.
How'd that go?
He does them. It was fun, man.
Yeah, it wasn't at Capital City.
Austin
Was
comics are a little uptight sometimes. So
Yellow
it was really
Rose?
fun.
That's what I was worried about.
No, just what's funny is they had a DJ on stage because my buddy Pat Royce, him and this other guy have a comedy hip hop duo called Vanilla Presley, and so they closed out the show. So they
good.
need
I like
that was
that.
their DJ. What's funny is I was cracking up the DJ the whole time. Meanwhile, these clenched asshole Austin
They
uppity
booty holes tight.
PC types were just like I have a
Clenched
joke.
that booty hole.
My opener, we're talking about kidnapping, which I know is a very
How long did you do down there?
I did like 12 minutes or something.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you can do kidnapping jokes right now. I don't think.
Well,
this
no,
is-
that's fine, but it's been.
It's a good
I had this
segue.
opener where basically I talk about. I'm ruining my own opener. I don't give a shit. I talk about kidnapping my friend's kid because my friend wins 20 grand. My friend actually did win 20 grand on DraftKings, and like the next day after he said this joke just like came to my head. Like, so in the joke, I say that he won 20 grand. I say I kidnapped my friend's son, and so like now I'm like holding his kid hostage to get the 20 grand.
Yeah.
And then at some point in the joke, I'm like, I'm glad he didn't have a daughter because I only would have gotten like 15 or 16,000. And Austin did not like that because, well, and what's so fucking stupid?
You're not equal.
What's fucking dumb
MAGA
is
hat.
I am acknowledging the gender pay gap,
Yep.
and the math is correct. That is about 75%.
You're bringing it to the attention of the public.
What's 75 to 78% of
Yep.
20 grand? That's why I say 15 to 16,000.
Yep.
But I'm sorry, I'm not going to spoon feed PC comedy to you shitheads. I'm going
No,
to put it
hell
in the
no.
context of something horrible as me kidnapping my friend's son.
Did you
And-
backpedal on the joke like you're doing now?
No,
though?
I just acknowledged
that would've
how-
been awesome
I
if
just
you did
acknowledged that the
Hey,
DJ was cracking
motherfuckers.
up. I'm like, I'm sorry, white people. This black DJ with dreadlocks is
laughing.
loving this shit. I didn't say that, but I'm like,
You
just
should've.
to paint you the picture. No, they could tell he was a black DJ with dreadlocks.
You
They-
should
they
have.
get
You
that.
should have told them it
No,
anyway.
I said, I'm like, well,
He's black!
I was like, the DJ loves it. I'll
Yeah.
let them acknowledge his race. That's fine. I want to point that out.
So what they do? They just got silent and stuff, or
Well,
were
I
they
heard-
like?
I heard
Did you
some
hear
really-
someone say
that-
"Oh."
What's funny is like there was one guy in the audience that like totally gets like the whole
Yeah.
20 grand, 15 to 16,000 daughter. And I say kidnapped his son. I gotta be very specific with that. There was one guy I was like, I'm like, there you go. I'm like, good, you get it. You get the whole, like, in the awful context of this joke, which is a fucking joke, and I hate to even say, I say that sometimes. I'm like, this is a joke, you assholes. Like, I did not kidnap
Dude,
this
you're
kid.
at a comedy show. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Don't be
You should
that
know what you're
asshole
walking
to
into.
act like you're going to
Yeah.
take a stand.
It's Austin, though. They're spoiled with comedy.
See, that's what I'm
anyways,
afraid
and-
of running into up in Denton. Is maybe something.
Denton's
some of
not
that
as
up in
bad.
Denton.
They're not big enough like Austin to
Yeah.
have that kind of inflated, politically
Fuck, there's no
correct
place
ego.
for that in
I think
comedy,
you should
dude.
start up at the casino in the bingo room.
Oh, what?
I hear those audiences are awful.
Why?
They're at a
See how
casino.
that
Say
flies
some
over. You're at a
KKK
casino.
jokes.
Wow,
No?
really?
What does that have to do? It's
Wait a
old
minute.
ladies.
Time out.
White-haired old ladies.
Time out.
Go over well.
Stubbs has now gone from Hitler to the KKK.
Yeah.
I'm writing these, guys.
If you have an
Right.
abacus at
You
home,
have your own edgelord bingo card you're trying to hit like per episode.
Edgelord bingo. That's genius.
You
If
want
you-
to talk about the 14 words now? Just get a little bit more underground with
Yeah,
that
there we
shit?
go.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if you have an abacus at home, that's 2 beads you would
Abacus.
slide over.
Remember?
Hey, Matt,
For abacus
this
bass.
Under
podcast
Matt's
is
tab.
not recorded in Springtown, okay?
They're not our target demo.
Yeah. Dude. So the Austin thing, how did you know? I want to go back to that situation. Like, did you hear a gasp? Or did someone come up to you afterwards?
I didn't hear
just
gas
think it's
more if I heard silence.
Crickets.
Except for a couple of maybe comic buddies in the back, and then that guy and the fucking DJ who's literally on stage right next to me. I was just like, fuck it. The DJ loves the DJ loved my whole set.
Yeah.
I was just like,
That's
this
my
guy's awesome. Fuck you
favorite-
guys.
You're asking him to move to Fort Worth.
Oh god.
Come on, dude.
When I go see a comedy show, that's my favorite time. Is when it's so dark
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so polarizing the topic.
There's only a few guys that are
There's,
like,
there's
"Oh,
just a few people that
Yes.
start giggling.
that's the guy. Yeah.
per-
Person
I
with,
love
with
that.
Mr. Tomato Face, where he's
Yeah.
all red, but he's trying to hold it in, but he's all like doing.
He's holding it
Those
in
dudes are
because
funny.
everybody sitting around him is going to kill him.
Yes.
But he's like, that was the funniest thing ever. And I
Have
can't
you ever
laugh
had
about
someone
it.
get up and fucking leave? They're like, oh, that's it.
Nah.
That's one too many jokes about our Lord and Savior.
I don't even shit on religion, because I'm like, well, fucking Bill Maher exists. There's no point in really shitting
Shitting on religion?
Also, comics with Twitter exist, so I don't even fuck with religion during my set. Maybe in a not as like a focused bit, but just maybe saying.
Well, just offending
there's just no
anyone
point
about
in
anything.
shitting on religion because Carlin did it, Hicks did it,
It's easy.
Maher
It's a
did
softball
it,
toss, too.
and so many other comics below them have done it. I'm like, what else is new? Unless. And there's a part of me, I'm like, if as much as here in the Western society, America, let's shit on Christianity. I'm like, I get it, we've done it. I agree with all these things, cool. But then, with the modern day thing, I'm like, oh, can't do that about Islam. So, which is the next logical step, but you can't do that because of I'm like, dude, those guys are conservative as fuck. But you can't
Yeah, you can't rip them.
they agree with Alabama,
Yeah.
but you can't because different culture and all that, and different part of the world.
That's the thing that's so
not-
crazy
Still
about-
an Abrahamic religion, but also I don't. And
Have you
personally,
seen
I
these
don't-
women
I don't-
these women's rights people that are wearing the
hijab?
That makes
Yeah.
no fucking sense.
I don't know.
That's
There's-
talking out of both sides of your mouth.
there's
the
being-
hijab-
There's being too tolerant.
You can also
but
get
then,
in hardcore trouble with that. If
isn't that cultural
What do you mean?
appropriation though?
that's a
Heyo.
religious headscarf used for a reason. You should
That's what
just
makes
put it
no
on-
sense.
You
That's
should
why you-
just put it on to be.
Like,
I'm supportive.
That's why you
of
use
this.
their own logic against them. Like, oh, that's
Hijab
cultural
means
appropriation.
something,
Though.
yeah.
Well, I'm using it to show solidarity. I'm like, okay.
It's like an Indian headdress.
Right.
Like if you
Right.
threw one on right now, everybody bitch and yell and scream at you because it means something to their culture. It's
And it's not
super,
Halloween.
super important. Yeah, and you're not at Coachella
Yeah.
taking Instagram photos.
It's
So,
weird. It's a weird. We live in a weird place right now. A
Yeah,
very
it is.
weird place.
This is why I don't like an ideology because there's too many contradictions. Like,
Do you
the
like
fu-
Tim Dillon?
Oh, dude, I love him.
That's
dude.
that's the kind of comic I like. A comic that doesn't give a
Give me
fuck.
a fat former coke addict, gay, Long Islander.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm like, yeah,
His
that's
McCain-
fucking awesome.
That shit he did
All
with
those
McCain,
videos are amazing.
the video.
It was funny.
him
I was
doing
a fan
McCain,
of him a couple of years ago. Like,
Yeah. Before that,
I even emailed him because
I tried to.
I wanted to be able to book him. I'm like,
That's
but
right,
ever
you told me
since
about this.
ever
I
since
bet
he
he's
went on
untouchable
Rogan,
now.
well, it would have to be like Margin Walker or someone. Like he could go and like maybe Philip Sons of Herman Hall.
Yeah.
Like hell, I would love to book him at Mass.
But isn't that your favorite kind of comedy though? That fucking push
Yes.
the pedal all the way down. If you're gonna do
but
it,
he's
do it
also
hard.
smart about it.
He is
and
smart about it.
He's not like trying to be. He's really.
I love when
funny
he
guy.
rips on teachers.
Can he get away with it because attacking him could be
Oh, I'm
wrong?
most likely, and
Because,
I'm he's most likely very well aware of that. It's just like
Go ahead, attack
I'm
me.
gay. What are you
Because
gonna
you know
do?
what?
Like,
What are you gonna
and
do?
I love his things of like sitting at a desk,
Yeah,
smoking, and just like doing like angry Walter
Yeah.
Cronkite kind of a thing.
I love when he
and
rips
it's funny.
when he rips on teachers. They're fucking lazy. What the fuck do teachers do?
I've been wanting to
Like,
rip on
dude,
teachers for
that's
so
awesome.
long, but I know it's really hard, and you have to be very nuanced about it. But because, and I have jokes about being when I was a substitute teacher. I got bits about that, and
Yeah.
I want to expand it more.
You
Like,
should.
no, I will.
it.
I just have to I have a lot of other shit I got to say, but in the course of the bit and my stand-up
Yeah.
act in general, but I get it. There is like a sect of teachers that are great people. They're being held back by the administration. But then there's like my buddy Trevor, who I went to high school with, who was a teacher at the school I was subbing at. And I go and talk to him. He had zero business teaching freshman geography, which is like the easiest thing to teach.
It's like Big Head
He-
from
He
Silicon
literally
Valley.
he got like a history degree, worked for a lawyer, and was just like, yeah, I got tired of that, so I just started doing this. Like went and got certified and did this. I'm just like, cool, taxes paid for this. And as much as I fucking sympathize with like the actual good teachers that are just like really good despite all the shit that they deal with, all the standardized testing and too many administrators breathing them down their necks, there are just a bunch of useless ass teachers and
yeah.
coaches that are fucking students.
Dude, I used to do
That
mortgages.
don't get caught.
I was a mortgage dude, and a lot of my realtors, when in 2008,
went into teaching?
they fucking
Yeah.
decided to go get their emergency.
Thanks, Goldman
teaching-
Sachs.
Right.
You just made the education system a lot
Right.
worse.
Bunch of
thanks to
realtors fucking
these
teaching.
fucking
Like,
these fucking assholes that sold subprime mortgages, knowingly most likely, are now teachers teaching our youth on our
I should've
tax
done that,
dime,
dude. Yeah.
and just so they can get some
Wait.
decent insurance.
You never
Ah.
pushed subprime mortgages?
fuck yeah, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I
God
made a
damn
bunch
it.
of money off of subprime loans. I'm not
You
gonna
did.
lie. Fuck yeah,
I
that's
saw The Big
the
Short
first
on
mortgage
Christmas
job I
Day,
had.
the
That
night it
stuff's right
came
there
out.
in the camera. In the
It
camera right
was, it was the
That-
greatest gift. It was, I love
yeah.
that
My
fucking
first
movie.
mortgage job was for a subprime lender.
Don't
Cool.
buy houses.
Dude.
Nothing a shame with renting.
All right. Do comedians have a walkout song?
Mine's gonna be 43%.
You got a walk out song?
Like you're walking out on stage and you have a
because
I got one for
when
you.
you said walk out, I meant like when they're leaving. I'm just
No, like
that's
when
just
you're
up to
walking on stage, you
when
you
you're more
walk out.
professional shows. Yeah.
Dun, dun.
Oh yeah.
Do you have one?
I try to go with some kind of clutch song. The last show I did at DCH, Dallas Comedy House, back in March. I told him, give me Clutch Burning Beard. Because that's just one that so many songs I listened to. I'm like, what's fucking kicks? Like in the first 5 seconds.
That would do it.
And I'm like, Clutch Burning Beard. When I opened up for Bird Cloud at 3 Links back in November or something, the sound guy was fucking so happy that it was just me. And I was like, hey, you sound guy? I'm the opening act. He's like, oh, okay. Well, if you got a plug in or something, I'm like, oh, I'm a stand-up comic. He was just like, oh, thank God. Because Bird Cloud is just too, he was like, they're going to sound check right before they play. And he was, because the guy was like, I got like 2 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. He's like, you want to check your levels? I go, we can do that whenever. He's like, oh, I know. All right. I'm going to go take a nap. I was like, you're welcome, man. Yeah. But Clutch's How to Shake Hands, one about being president. That was a sweet walk-up.
So
we
I
had a little
got-
more time to deal with.
When
I
is it
came
time?
across one for you today, though,
Okay.
and I was going to see if you'd let this fly. It's not as hardcore metal-y.
Is it the Benny Hill theme? Because I would totally walk up to that.
No,
too.
That'd be good.
I don't know
That
how
would be
loud
awesome,
this is going to
actually.
be.
Yeah.
That
So
would be awesome.
let's see. Let's see here.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
As long as it got a
And-
beat
and
or
we
something, you can literally walk up to anything.
We
as long
can
as the
dice
music.
it up. You can edit this all up to make it
Yeah.
a nice smooth.
Is this a real song?
Cooler Than Jesus by My Life with a Thrill Kill Cult.
Oh, okay.
There's
heard the
another
name.
version that's really.
I thought they
The
were like an
remix.
early 2000s metalcore band for the longest time with that fucking name.
Oh, there's no way.
If your band name's a sentence, you better have breakdowns.
And they will know
And
us
you're
by the
fucking
Trail of the Dead.
So who started it? My Life with a Thrill Kill Cult, or
What is
Oh, I
it?
don't
You Will
know.
Know Us by the Trail of the
I
Dead?
remember this one metalcore band. They had their band name was Success Will Write Apocalypse Across, or it's either Success Will Write Apocalypse Across the Sky.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, man?
Stop.
Save that shit for the album title or the song title. That should not be your goddamn band title.
When we did the black metal show, there was one of the bands that had a really long name like that. I don't know if you remember
Black
that
metal should be
show.
like 1 or 2 words at most.
Yeah.
Or except I was listening to this band called Book of Black Earth earlier today.
When is it
They're on
time for a
Crossfire.
comic to
pretty
get a
sweet,
coming
actually.
out song?
Did you ever listen to him?
If the show's got a sound guy, like I don't do that at Mass. 'Cause
What if
it's
you're
such a
if you're an
quick
opener?
change.
It's okay to do it. I would think that the headliner was the only
If
one
you're in
that
a
could
comedy
actually
club,
come in with
they
a,
have someone playing sound for you.
no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's
And then you can ask
Dallas
them,
Comedy House, Stomping Ground, they'll ask you if you want a certain song played. You're like, yeah, cool, because
Like you're a stripper.
yeah, and like yeah, totally, and there's plenty of comics, if when they do come across a show that does have like someone there running sound and they want a walk up thing, like yeah, have 1 or 2 ready to go. And with me, with just like my personality and what I like, I'm like, yeah, fucking make it a clutch song. That'd just be awesome.
Well, see, if you play Cooler Than Jesus in the Bible Belt here, you will instantly get a reaction from people in the crowd.
One way
And
or
They're
you
not
another.
will
gonna hear
know
that
what's going to
because
happen.
they hear cooler, but you got applause over it, so they're not going to hear it.
dude, you know what? You should play them all for Jesus.
Or
That's what I would like to come out to.
you could walk out to my
All
favorite
for
Thrill
Jesus.
Cult song
All
is
for-
Daisy Chain for Satan. That's my favorite Thrill Kill Cult song.
Why do you want a comic to come out to Thrill Kill Cult so badly? I didn't know this was in your. I
like
didn't know this was one of your goals in life.
I now have 2 songs. If I become a relief pitcher, like
See,
we've
now
talked
that-
about in the past,
This is what I'm coming out to when I do comedy.
if I'm a relief pitcher, I
I'm
now
coming
have 2
out-
songs. I'm going to come out to Cooler Than Jesus just to polarize the crowd.
I played
and they'll
baseball
hate
1
me.
year when I was a kid, but me being a huge baseball fan now, I'm just like, man, if I was a major league player,
Really?
I would have some fucking.
You want me to bring you in?
badass- No, not even just relief
Go for it.
pitchers. Batters have them too.
Call it in. Let's do it.
Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen,
this is your. We can cut this
left-
tape up. Hold on. We can slice this tape up and send it to a certain organization for a
sure can.
PA gig.
Heck yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the mound left-hander Dustin Schneider.
I'm not left-handed.
Dude, if I was a batter in Major League Baseball, I would make them like. Obviously, they probably couldn't get to the vocals. I'm like, just
Yeah,
play.
because you smell that whore.
This is when you start running. When you run to the
No,
mound.
just fade it out because you'll be there by the time. But just hearing that, like one of the coolest little math.
43% burnt
breakdown.
can be used in any kind of introduction. You just turned us all down accidentally.
Oops.
Getting
that
ready
was
to
wrong.
fuck.
I was
Dun-dun. And then when it comes in, that's when you just start running to the mound as fast. If you were the batter, I'd be
Which
like,
kind
I'm
of
done.
mound?
What?
But more realistically,
He said sex. You're talking mounds.
if they're like, hey, that's a little abrasive. You can't use 43% burn. I'm like, all right, fucking
No.
milk lizard.
Yeah, you know what they tell you? They'd be like, well,
Like
Sony
bubblegum.
won't give us the rights to those, or we can't get the BMG
They can
rights
get the
to play it in
rights
the
from
stadium,
relapse
so-
for that.
Yeah, relapse.
If they
would be
get
like,
the rights
"Please
for
play
Baby
it."
Shark for
Come on
Elvis
to girls,
Andrews.
girls, girls. Ladies and gentlemen, the right-handed pitcher, Matthew Stubbs.
I've seen people walk to the plate.
Yeah.
I've seen people walk to the plate to girls, girls, girls.
Oh yeah.
Who?
And-
Jose Canseco? Who did that?
Keeper of the big gold.
John Rocker.
Kenny Powers.
There you go.
John Rocker.
John
That'd be
Rocker.
John
cool.
Rocker probably came out to some Johnny Rebel
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
or
God.
some Hank 3.
I would. We
Now we're
kind
talking.
We got to hunt down a player.
Let him like
gotta-
grace him with
We got to find the cool metal player and be like, please, just one game, have your walk-up music be 43% burnt. Please.
Okay, so is it bet that my daughter, one of my daughter's favorite 2 bands when she was 13 years old was Hank 3?
No, that's fucking rad, man.
At
I'm not a
13?
big Hank 3 guy. Any
dude.
musician that sings more about demons in their head than and how they like
Demons in my head.
whiskey, demons in my head, and drugs. Well, I've heard that. I've heard all that.
and women.
Yeah,
It's
I've heard
good.
that.
Shit's awesome.
He's
man.
good. Do you like what's the metal band called?
Ass Jack?
Jackass? Ass Jack? Yeah, Ass
They're
Jack.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy music.
Oh, no.
It's all
I don't know
crazy.
what it is.
Hank 3's crazy. Shelton's
So,
a crazy
You know what-
motherfucker.
You know what Sammy's favorite song was?
uh,
Must have been the pills I took.
Jeez.
yeah, Shelton. That's a crazy crew.
Raising
Those
them
guys
right.
that run around.
Raising
He's
them right.
mellow. He's mellow. It's all the guys around, like everyone that's
His
around
crew?
him. Yeah, they're crazy. I saw a video of Shelton like putting you remember that dude from Black Eye of a Million that Johnson was friends with, the singer that
Yeah.
that was actually Mastodon singer for a while.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Filled in.
No, he freaking Sheldon was hitting him with a freaking cattle prod. And on the tour bus, on Hank 3's tour bus, was like, what? They were just laughing. I was like, damn, dude.
Asshole.
Jun Jun.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Since he jumped out, we have voicemail.
We have Game of Thrones talk.
Do we really want to get in that? Did you?
I don't have much
here,
to
let's
say
do
except
this.
I thought it was okay. I don't know what. Everybody was bitching about something that, like, think about your last episode if you were putting that together.
Yeah, I know what
I
I would
don't-
have done.
I don't know why people are, like, the thing that pisses me off is the people that seem to be bitching the most aren't the ones that started this back in the day. It's the ones that fucking marathoned it in the last 2 months because they were sick of people talking about it.
In the group chat, did you
It's
see?
like, dude, shut
did
the
you
fuck
agree
up.
with what I said in the group chat with Chris
The thing is,
and Seth?
to a
'Cause
point, but I think it was done right. I don't like that everybody rode away and everybody's happy and it's go lucky and stuff. But
But the biggest thing that pisses me off is the whole. Well, there's two things that really, really piss me off. But the first one is there's this whole talk about we got to break the cycle, and then the Starks are in charge of everything.
the Starks aren't, well,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
the thing is, the thing that makes me mad is what else were they going to do? What else were they going to do? That pretty much that you knew that was going to happen.
I
if
heard
you-
a
if
really
you
good
watched
tweet.
it.
I saw a really good tweet. Someone's like,
the
Sansa perpetrated
actual
winter
writers-
Flexit.
The guys that wrote
Yes.
the TV show, not the
Yes.
book, but
Yeah,
those
wow.
guys, they were offered 10 years and they turned it down. They wanted to do Star Wars. So, I mean, what the fuck were they supposed to do? I mean, I thought it ended perfect.
That right there is what bothers me the most.
What?
I've kept it secret.
That they couldn't play, that they
no.
couldn't,
That they
go into
wanted to
detail?
wrap up Game of Thrones so they could go work on Star Wars.
Why? Why is that bug you?
Because what if something else good comes down along the way? Are they going to fuck the end of Star
Well,
Wars
see,
up
that's
and
the
write
thing
it real
that's
quick?
funny. What if the writer comes out and is like, I didn't like the way that got handled, so I'm going to write it this way, actually.
But Star Wars is already
what's his
kind
name?
of fucked
Martin?
anyway. So
What if Martin
what's
comes
the
out and
thing?
says, I'm sure there's some kind of legal thing, right? They had to have signed something. Because when he does finish the book, what if he's like, I don't like the way HBO finished it and those writers did. I'm going to do it my way.
He is.
Oh, he's already
So
said
he's
that.
already said,
He said that today.
yeah, but
It will be completely different from the way the TV show ended.
well, see, that's the thing that's funny. How is that not? I guess this is weird because he told them basically, this is what I'm thinking. This is how it's going to end, right? And that's when the two writers for HBO wrote out the ending, right? So it follows the guidelines of Martin. So Martin saw how they did it, the other night, and was like, "Nope, that's not how I'm thinking it's going to go."
Oh, he totally
Yeah.
probably
That's
was
funny.
like, let's just see how y'all end it.
And
with
then
me
let's
on
do it my
board."
way.
And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it a completely different way that people will.
It's kind of genius.
The other
It's
show-
kind of smart.
But
I
the,
always
it's like-
wondered why
think
they
about it
even
like
started
this.
the show without the book series being finished to begin with. That's one
Dumb.
reason that made me hesitate.
The other show you used to love did the same thing.
What was that?
Walking Dead.
Okay.
From
Well,
the
Walking
comic books,
Dead-
and then went, oh, you know what? We don't
But they
like
did it quick.
what the comic book is doing, so we're going to...
But they did it quick. They did it real quick.
They did their own thing.
I'm over
Like, what was it,
zombies,
like
so
season-
I never got on
Well,
board. with Walking
their
Dead.
first character, like, wasn't Daryl? Wasn't
What
even
about zombie stormtroopers?
Daryl wasn't even. He wasn't even a comic character, right?
No.
So they started off right off the bat. Oh, fuck you to the comic. We're gonna do it this way.
Well, they had to get more sexy people
You
in
see
there
where
to
you
make it
see where
appealing.
Walking Dead is now. I don't watch
Right.
it, but I hear so.
And
I have
that's why-
friends that bailed on it. Like
and that's
3
why I
seasons
think
ago.
Game of Thrones did it right.
don't eject shells
And don't have muzzle fire.
and don't have any muzzle fire.
But getting back to Game of Thrones,
cycle and there's
that's
fire?
hey. Now, okay, I understand
Jason,
your
you wanna
gripes
clear
about
this?
how.
There's no way for it to happen.
I understand your gripes
All
about how
right.
you wanted the detail with Game of Thrones, right? But
a
aren't you
product
glad that it
physics.
didn't turn into a Walking Dead, where you're just like 2 seasons going, why am I still watching this? Why am I still watching this?
My
Walking-
solution was...
That's what happened to Walking Dead with me. I was like, why am I watching this for like 3 years? I'm like, why am I continuing to watch this shit? Game of Thrones never got to that point.
until these...
I don't think so.
The last 3 episodes would have killed it for me. I liked it all the way up to
It
the big
didn't
battle.
kill it for you.
It made it start going.
I think more people could have
I don't-
died.
And the reason is because it moved so fast. If this would have been a 12 episode season where we could have knocked out some more details along the way
Yeah.
of what the hell was going on, instead of just all of a sudden we went from Winterfell to now we're at the gates of King's Landing like that. I understand you got dragons fly around, but the rest of your army ain't on the back of that dragon. You know, they have to walk.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was just weird stuff that was bouncing around, and
The way
nothing
they're
else was
moving
said.
back and forth from, yeah.
Yeah, so
That
now
did
we're here,
suck.
and now we're there.
and then the garden,
Yeah.
High Garden. There was talk about High Garden and all this stuff, but it was
Hey.
just all that whole like angle they were going
Don't
to
you
go.
feel like
was
though?
just
Okay,
killed
so
off.
I can legitimately because you and I started watching the show at the same time.
I watched it the
very
very
first
first
day.
night,
Right, me, you, and Jesse watched the first episode.
and we're like, "What the hell? This is
So
badass."
yeah, I was
After I
like,
was
porn.
eating breakfast.
But
Right.
don't you feel like most of the fucking complaining that you're hearing though are from fuckers that are like just binged it out and like weren't? I don't think like you don't have
Didn't soak it in.
right. There's little bitty things that were said all through the whole series. Like me and my buddy were talking that people didn't understand at all. And fucking those are the ones that are bitching the most. The ones that weren't there from day one didn't like. There was one season I had to watch like 3 times each episode. I was smoking a lot of weed.
That's what I was
then.
about to say. You were stoned.
I was very stoned during this
Oh,
time.
I've been high during every episode I've watched. It's great, but
But
also that's
there was
why
one
I don't
season-
invest anything into the show because there's so many fuckers. I'm just like, who? I don't know his name.
Just
What-
hurry up
I
and
know.
show me
He was
boobs.
a house. He was with a house.
How
Something.
does that?
I don't.
Does that amaze you when people do that too? When they know all the
Oh my
names, and I'm
God,
like,
yeah.
dude, I can't fucking remember any of their names.
When the book series is completed, I'll go read the books and I'll
Yeah.
know all that shit, because I'll have the books. But watching the show, let alone on a week by week basis,
Mhm.
I first started. I think it was like season 4 before that season came out. I went and binged it because I knew at some point I was going to watch this show. I just didn't know when I was going to start it. I was like, fuck it, I'll start it because I went and watched my best
Yeah.
friend's house every week. And I was like, all right, that's fine. I was already past the red wedding and all that. But I was just like, man, there's just so much shit to keep
Yeah.
up with. I'm like, oh, fuck. Hell, if you watch it week by week and you got fucking 6 days of your life in
Yeah.
between all that and all the other shit you watch and all the,
Which is the way it was.
however
at
much you
first.
drink or smoke, I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know a few characters'
Oh.
names and what's generally happening, but I don't remember who the fuck what
Oh yeah,
house
you know how I
jerk
talk
off
to my
is.
friends
Like,
about Game of Thrones? You know that one dude that was at that castle that you know who I'm talking about.
it's like my girlfriend
That's
asked
how I
me,
talk
hey,
about
remember
it.
that one person we met at that party 2 years ago? How can you not remember them? Like, I don't. I met them once.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw them once.
I
Or
got
saw them
shit
in-
to do in my
I saw
head.
them in 2 scenes
Yeah.
over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck they are.
Some of
and-
those people could know
some-
everything.
You know what? Like the main dude of the Unsullied, I remember his name. You know when his name finally kicked in that his name's Grey Worm? The last goddamn episode.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's Grey Worm. Like that could have been like 5 different characters' names
Yeah.
for me.
Oh,
But I'm like, I
I
don't
heard a
know.
whole discussion about Littlefinger, how the odds were like you remember how those Vegas odds that came out?
Because
Did
he
you
has
see
a
that?
real name too, right? Like fuck me.
Well,
if
they
you
were
say
saying
either one.
there was some long shot of Littlefinger coming back, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that again?"
Yeah.
And then I had to go back and oh yeah, it's that creepy looking
Well-
molester dude that owned the brothel.
You know, it took me a minute, but when Sansa dresses down her uncle
Mm-hmm.
and says, "Sit
When,
down, uncle."
when
Yeah.
he was being a
Go ahead,
dork.
sit down. And when, yeah, he was being a super dork. That guy, I forgot who he was.
I'm the reigning beta male. Let me take
I'm
it.
the
Fuck
re-
off.
It was his wedding.
I'm
was
the
the red
beta
wedding?
cuck here. Yeah, it was.
And I forgot
It was
that
what?
It
That
was
was his
his
red wedding.
Oh, see, I don't remember that
His wedding was
shit.
the red wedding. I didn't either.
How
and
many
I was like,
literal
oh,
years
shit, yeah.
in our
He's
fucking
afraid.
calendar was that ago?
It's a while, man.
It's a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, does it not bother anybody here that Bran sees all the future? So he let all those motherfuckers die, even though
Yeah.
he knew he was going to be king?
Yeah,
Yeah, but he probably
Because
can't
if he-
interfere with it.
he
I mean,
said,
with great power comes
I
great
can't tell you or it
responsibility.
wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So he couldn't tell John the future or else it wouldn't happen. And yes, I was completely bothered by that shit. I was like, that fucker sat in the chair the whole time and
Yep.
knew, yeah, I'm gonna be king. It's
One
cool.
Couldn't
thing-
show his hand at all.
And then I'm gonna be nonchalant. No, I don't want it.
So John's
No,
back with the
knowing
Night
that they're gonna
Watch.
talk him into it.
So when he said,
Like-
"That's why I came all this way," you're like, "Fucking little fuck."
That little
What is
fuck
preventing
asshole.
John Okay, if one, there's no. He just went with the wildlings to go fuck around in the north.
Find
So
him
like,
another girlfriend.
wait a second. Yeah, find another hot wildling to fuck with. And I was like, all right, so his sentence is to go be part of the Night's Watch again. But I was like, wait a second. The only one that cares what happens to John are the Unsullied. They're sailing to wherever the fuck across the ocean.
Stop right there. Hold on. And the island they're going to, according to the mythology of the show,
Yeah. Which
someone
one was
went
that?
back and figured this out. It was Nala or some fucking island, but it's populated by flesh-eating butterflies. So they're gonna
Is it
land
like in the south?
and all die.
No, because trust me, I watch a lot of. I've watched plenty of like YouTube videos that explain the Game of Thrones universe. I'm just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I mean, shit's interesting to me. I love lore.
Yeah.
Was like Star Wars extended universe shit. I'm like, I ate that
Yeah.
shit. I had a fucking like 500-page book about the Star Wars shit. But I was like, yeah, you go south in Game of Thrones, there's a bunch of shit that'll fucking kill you. And so I was like, wait a second, the Unsullied are sailing, and they're the only ones that want John dead. But
Just
they're
put him
like,
back on the throne.
so go. I was like, go hang out with the wildlings for a year, make sure these Unsullied assholes are gone, and then come back and live in Winterfell for the rest of your goddamn life.
Yeah.
Like what?
We'll give you a farm out
Some
in the middle of
sentence
nowhere.
that was. The wildlings were like, hey, yeah, come kick it with us for a while.
And then
Cool.
we'll see you later.
We don't have the dead to worry about anymore.
There's
All right.
no Night's Watch anymore. There's no need for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, also, who are in the fucking like when they walked in? One, I forgot the bearded redhead dude who everybody likes. I love him too. Like, I was like, oh yeah, he didn't die. It's cool. And I was like, wait, is he in the Night's Watch? I'm like, no, it's just a bunch of wildlings
that just took
who
place over.
own that now. Like, as little
Yeah.
as value as that has. Like, yeah, there's a hole down there if you want to go through it. And
So when
Oh,
the
shit.
when the offer
A big
was
hole.
made to the Unsullied that they could keep King's Landing, rebuild it, and make it their house and repopulate this continent, did y'all not go, huh? How are they going to do that? When they don't have any dicks.
Yeah.
All their
Yeah, no
all
shit.
the males, all their dicks were cut
That's
off.
the geniusness of it. They knew it's not going to happen. That's smart.
Could be. Anyway, yeah, it's aggravating.
That's
The
the third
biggest
time.
thing that
I wasn't
killed me-
aggravated at all.
That was the third time.
What?
You.
About what? What did I
Mention
say
dicks?
this time?
You had another
Dicks?
No, it's your third time today. You went
to reference the Nazis.
No, close. So he said first was Nazis, then it was KKK, and now it's they're genius. We told them they could do.
The unit? The
Eugenics?
The
Is that what you're
Unsullied.
bringing up?
no.
Oh, wait. No.
Yeah. No, them offering that to them was smart. I mean, that was well thought.
It was well thought out.
I don't,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at Game of Thrones, but I'll love picking that shit apart and how just like, what the fuck did you do?
I'm so
But also,
disappointed.
I didn't write the fucking books. I had no hand in the show. I did not invest any part of my soul into this. Which
Disney
I'm like,
didn't walk up to you with a blank check and go, "We need you
I
to
think
start making Star Wars."
if there's any
Yeah.
problem,
So I
it's
don't give
what
a
you
fuck how
said.
it
they're
TV
doing
show ends.
expanded universe
Yeah.
stuff.
but there
too.
are people out there that probably cried and are seriously upset because they like have no like real value in their life.
Yeah.
And
Like,
put
people-
so much of it into a goddamn TV show.
Yeah.
Just like,
People
Fact.
need
which
therapy
is
'cause
way
Danny
too many
died.
people in this fucking life
Shut the fuck
about
up.
way too many things. And
Danny
like,
deserved it.
it's. I think it's the same way people think about their political candidates. I'm just like,
Well,
dude,
yeah,
you
they're
are
all
so
confused now.
you have so little. Yeah, your vote means as much as your viewership of this
Are
fucking
you-
show.
Like people needing therapy because Danny died. Fucking everybody knew Danny was a cunt.
Why did
How did
20
you not know that she
Or the
was
petition?
crazy?
Why did 25 million people take the next day off?
No shit.
Really? Is
That was the estimate that 25 million people took the next day off.
Was it like the
the
Super
text.
Bowl? Everybody was hungover. Or they're depressed.
Now this?
I just can't work.
Did you see the USA Today article about finales? We can run through that real quick.
About
Oh,
how
I've heard,
it was
yeah.
it was by
all of
far
radio's
the-
done these, so yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Might as well get my 2 cents in.
Yeah, let's hear what you have to
I
say.
heard the
I
ticket
got it.
do it and the fan do it. I'm like, just talk about the fucking Rangers, which good luck.
So
Get
the
'em to do
best
that.
and worst finales of all time. Here's the list of the best. You want me to go
Okay.
backwards?
Let's do wait. I don't know. Best or worst first. Ooh, that's
Number 10. These are the best.
the best. All right.
Breaking Bad.
That was number 10?
Number 9 was Cheers. Number 8, The Shield. Number 7, The Americans. Number
Never watched
6,
Americans.
The Sopranos, where he was killed. Gary, he died. Gary, he was shot in the back of the head. Number 5, Battlestar Galactica. Number 4,
I don't remember the end of Battlestar Galactica.
I stopped
What the
watching it
fuck?
when I'm like, how? Okay,
Yeah,
here's a question about Battlestar.
Is that on a streaming service?
How did these fucking actual robot ass looking robots go from that to down to the molecular level, like looking like humans?
Yeah.
But you can't tell they're robots until like their spines light up.
Because they're replicants.
Yeah, but like how? Where's there's got to be some evolutionary steps from robot, like the ABC robot from Judge Dredd looking shit, to you got to look microscopically to find out that they're replicants.
They're actually a
and I'm
robot?
like,
Did you ever watch The Black Hole?
also are the last
The Disney's movie?
no. Are the last
did.
in Battlestar are the last humans ever just the ones on the ship? Is Earth fucking gone?
Is
and
this
everyone's
streaming
gone?
on any service? Because
Battlestar
I would like to
Galactica?
rip through all those. That'd be cool.
No, I want to spoil it now so nobody watches it ever.
Yeah.
Anyways, keep
What
going
is
with
it?
the list.
Okay.
That's high up on the list.
That's how you
I didn't
bail
think it
on
would
a
be that
bet.
high.
Like I have no future in this bit. Let's keep going.
Definitely wouldn't think that would beat Breaking Bad. I thought Breaking Bad was an awesome
Yeah,
movie.
that was a great.
Number 3 was MASH. Number 2 was Newhart.
Number one.
And number 1 was 6 Feet Under.
Oh, 6 Feet Under.
6
was the
Feet
best.
Under was number one?
It was great.
Yeah.
You ever see
Damn.
that show?
I thought Game of
No.
Thrones blew all of it out of the water.
6 Feet Under
My
is
hair-
so awesome.
6 Feet Under.
All right, let's hear the worst.
The worst endings of all time.
Wait,
Whoa.
is this not... Okay, so this isn't according to ratings. This is just like
It's a
critics'
listicle.
choice. Yeah.
It's USA Today. They wrote this up. So
Okay.
it's like a writer.
Because
or two.
ratings-wise, Game
USA
of Thrones
Today has
dominated,
almost
didn't
been
they?
delivering news for decades.
Almost. It's
So
an entertainment
let's-
paper. I mean, they
think
give
all
it
of
for
them
you for
have
free
been.
at a hotel. They just throw it out there.
Almost delivering news.
It is. It's
It's the
Almost
newspaper
news.
right under your sex
Almost
robe.
news, yeah.
number 5 was Dexter. Of the worst.
I'm glad I gave up on that show at like season 3 because I've had other priorities.
They
but
should have cut that thing like 2 seasons
Yeah.
short because it got
Yeah.
really hokey towards
I have
the
friends
last
tell
2
me that like,
seasons.
dude, do not pick up. I was like, I think I almost
After
got
the
to
Trinity.
the John Lithgow season.
Yeah,
They're
after
like,
that,
that's when you
that's when
stop.
you
And
stop.
I'm like, I
Is
think
that
I
when
got
the
to
incest
that.
kicked in?
I'm sorry.
The incest with his sister.
Who he also married, then divorced in real life.
And she is
So weird.
hot.
That's what's so weird.
And now she's isn't she married to one of the dudes in one of them folk bands that got real big?
oh, she looks. I know.
I don't know.
Like the Tomorrow, not the Tomorrow people,
Folk band.
not the Tomorrow people. The what are they? Group Love, some some band like that or
Oh,
something,
God.
I don't know. All right, number
Car
4.
seat headrest.
something like that.
God damn it.
Number 4, Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it wasn't good, but
USA Today's
yeah.
stupid.
Number 3, Lost.
I
I
didn't
watched
even finish
the-
Lost.
I
I
watched
bailed.
the first episode
many
of Lost,
episodes, man.
and I watched the last
It was
episode of
good.
Lost. That
It's
was
too many
it.
episodes.
It was good.
Well, it's only supposed to be 3 years,
Too many episodes.
or 1 year at first, and then they added 3 on, so they changed.
Man,
it,
that
and then
fake Lost went away real quick, didn't it?
that one where they were actually
last
throwing them on
year?
there. There's a lot of weird shows on TV.
Yeah.
Like that. Number 2, Seinfeld.
I don't think
It
that was a bad
started-
ending.
I didn't think it was a
ended
bad
where
ending
it
either.
began.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a bad ending because I'm
Wasn't a
like,
bad
it's fucking
ending.
Seinfeld, man.
But they
Like,
want the building to catch on fire and all of them die?
In the jail cell?
What'd you
Or
want?
in their
Jerry's
apartment?
already
In the apartment.
Like, what ending could people expect? Like,
Yeah.
no, you don't want George to be successful because he's a perpetual loser. Kramer's just weird.
Yeah.
So there's
And he
no
drops an
real-
M-bomb a few years later.
Yeah. And like
should've tied
Seinfeld
that
wasn't
in.
a bad. If anything, Seinfeld was like, "Whoa, fuck!" They're in jail for like what, a year or two or something. Like,
They closed the deal on that.
it's not like they went to jail for life. So
What was it? Season 4 of Curb Your Enthusiasm? When they sealed the deal on Seinfeld?
Yeah.
I never got to
probably.
that. I
That
never
was the
saw that
official
episode.
ending, I think, of it. And number 1, How I Met Your Mother, and I never watched an episode of that show.
That's the one with the dude that's in Sarah Silverman, forgetting Sarah Marshall or whatever.
Yeah, forget it.
Oh,
Sarah
Jason
Silverman.
Segel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a solid show.
I never
liked it.
watched it either.
I wasn't mad at the ending at that one.
The other one I haven't watched is the one that ended this week.
Yeah, Big,
Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang Theory.
I never watched that either.
I've watched a lot of Big Bang.
People
Me
say I
too.
should.
It's funny.
They say it's
It's-
funny.
Like, to me, there's so many. Like, no, it deserves all
I
the
know that one
ridicule
girl's
for
hot
being
as
some
fuck.
basic ass jokes.
That blonde
But-
is hot.
The series finale of Big Bang Theory. Did you see it, Jason?
Yes.
Dude, it was a.
gonna go
I'm
pee
like,
real quick.
it was like a nice bow wrapped up. I'm like, that was a great series
Yep.
finale on a show that was never trying to be more than it was.
Yep.
You can make fun of Big Bang Theory a lot. That's
That's
fine.
good.
And I'm like, I'll laugh at that shit and I'll make fun of it myself. But it was the show. It is what it like. It was a formula that they executed for 12 goddamn years. And
Yeah.
fuck it. Also it's about nerds the entire time.
Yep.
Then there you go. Like they even there's like a thing that came at the end. It was like 30-minute thing where it was just it was Kaylee Cuoco and David from Roseanne. I always remember him as that.
I remember everybody having.
They kind of went through the
Hots
history of the
for her.
show and stuff, and yeah, like it showed like all four of them one time. They accidentally wore all flash out uniforms for costumes for Halloween. I was just like, I started laughing like that's pretty funny. Forgot about that episode because there's been so fucking many. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna defend Big Bang Theory at all. But I'm like, yeah, there's no point in shitting on it. It was what it was.
What's the funniest show on TV right now?
I love Brockmire. I can't
I don't know
say
what that
enough
is.
about fucking Brockmire.
I don't.
It's on
where's it?
IFC.
Okay.
Jim Brockmire, former Major League baseball announcer, crashed down mentally in the middle of one of his own broadcasts, voiced by the amazing, I'm missing his name. I get on a bit. One of the best voice actors of all time, Hank Azaria, plays baseball announcer Jim Brockmire, who
Hank's cool.
in the middle of
cold
so he's a
in here, man.
broadcaster, finds out his wife's been cheating on him for years and just melts down in the middle of a broadcast. And then so you see that, and then he goes off the grid on a drug-fueled, sex-fueled adventure,
Was Kenny
mostly
Powers?
in the Asian Southeast,
That's what I want to do,
mostly the Philippines.
but not in,
But-
in Asia.
So he comes. He's trying to make his comeback, and and it's great. He starts off in Morristown, Pennsylvania, with like a low A minor league team. Amanda Pete owns this team, and she hires him because he's like, all right, back in the States, wants to get his career going again after 10 years, and just is trying to build up his career. And it's got like a lot of Eastbound and Down type antics and fucked up scenarios.
It
and
sounds like
shit.
another Eastbound and
It
Down.
is.
What it's exactly what it
is
sounded
so
like.
fucking great, and I love Jim. I love baseball. And at some point in the show, they have Bob Costas on there. They got Joe Buck. They Tim Kirchin.
What show is this?
IFC, and it's on IFC. And IFC is great. Also got
Independent
the name
Film
of the
Channel.
show?
What's the name of the show?
Brockmire.
Brockmire.
Yeah.
I think I've heard of this.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking awesome.
Is it still
it's-
running?
Yeah, it comes on Wednesday. Of course, they released the season with the
The
baseball,
season? Yeah.
and he does promos about teams.
Yeah.
Here's one. He's like, for all you people in Chicago, it's like,
yeah.
how can you tell the difference between a Cubs fan and a White Sox fan? It's like if you meet somebody and they're an asshole, they're a Cubs fan, and if you meet somebody else and they're a prick, they're a White Sox fan. And if you happen to meet somebody that's both, congratulations, you've met Chicago native Kanye West. And I love the baseball announcer voice.
Dude, Eastbound
I
and Down,
was
I
pretty
thought
good.
had a
Developed my
terrible
own.
ending. That had a terrible
Chuck-
ending, I thought.
Chuck Yeager.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. I had my
Must be
friend.
down
to
on the
him
front
talk?
row.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, God.
The way he would cut
The
up.
Brewers. Yeah, the Brewers broadcast.
Was his Miller Lite? Was it Miller Lite he did?
Yeah.
Must be on the front row.
The Miller Lite stuff. Yeah, I always liked him, and it was like growing up. Every series I went to
Is Bob
was a
Uecker, wasn't it?
Brewer.
Bob Euchre.
It's Bob Euchre.
What did I say?
George or Chuck or something.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of Chuck Yeager.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, well, hot water music?
No,
Oh.
The
first pilot
Mach
to ever
1.
fly supersonic.
Who's the singer? Chuck Reagan is the singer of Hot Water Music.
Ah, here we go. Let's
Sorry.
keep this going. This is fun.
It's like
Hot Water Music was written
Who's
by
next?
who? Charles Bukowski. God damn.
that has nothing to do with Chuck or Yeager or Euger.
Charlie
or
Brown's nickname was Chuck.
Dave.
No,
Anyway,
but that's how my
Bob-
brain does.
Bob
things.
Euchre. Yeah.
Yeah. But
he
Brockmire to me is one of the. I haven't seen Barry yet, but trust
Barry's-
me,
Barry's good.
there's nothing
Barry's
that's
pretty
keeping.
damn good.
It's mine and my girlfriend's schedules and all these other TV shows we have to watch, and now
Have you started
HBO.
Barry?
No,
Oh,
we just
man.
and trust me. There's just
good.
We have all the intention of watching it. I just haven't been able to get to it yet. 'cause,
Yeah.
You got Prime?
we have
Prime Video?
We might because it's on HBO. We do have an HBO Go, but we have a PlayStation 3. But PlayStation 3 doesn't carry HBO Go anymore. And Dish Network and HBO are fighting, so we haven't
Yeah.
had HBO. So we said, "Fuck that, we're not paying for HBO." But I bought an HBO Go to finish up Game of Thrones, and also we got to get through the last season of Veep, which was also hands down
Yeah,
one of the
that-
funniest fucking shows.
That show's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Love
Veep is
it.
funny.
So good.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, but every time I accidentally watch Veep, I'm like, damn, this is funny. Why don't I watch? Why don't I
The
start it
ball
from the
busting
beginning?
in that is so fucking. Plus, it's got Gary Cole, who's one of my favorite comedic actors. And oh yeah,
If you have Prime and you want to watch something that's super dark funny,
yeah.
The Patriot, or just Patriot is what it is,
Okay.
and it's a series. There's 2 seasons of it.
Was that the one with Jack Black?
No,
Because that was horrible. Remember that series that came
Jack
out?
Black is nowhere near this.
What was that?
It's
What was
got
that?
what's his name from Lost, the old man, Terry O'Connor.
bald
is
guy?
his name? The bald guy.
Oh, is the only guy lost I remember.
Yeah. He's in it.
Only because
And
he's bald.
I don't even.
It's
I
good.
don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Just go
Check
on
it out.
Prime.
How
and
how
watch
long ago
Patriot.
did it come out?
I don't know, a little bit ago, but it's one of their exclusives, and it is
Dark.
dark as shit.
And I'm in.
Okay.
But funny. Like you know how I've always said that scene in Curb Your Enthusiasm is like my favorite scene of all time ever.
Tourette scene.
The Tourette scene. There's a scene like this in there in the second season that they do all this build up to this thing. The main character he's at this park and he has a path he can do. He can do this A or B.
Yeah.
And they do this whole buildup of why it would be bad to go down path B. And he's like, all right, I'll go A.
Yeah.
And he goes up and he screws up and he forces himself down path B. I don't want to give anything away,
Yeah.
but it is funny as hell the way the buildup was.
And this
because
is HBO?
The subject matter? No, Prime. Amazon Prime. You
Oh,
stream it on
okay.
Prime.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
I have
Patriot.
Prime, so yeah, I'll check it out.
Freaking like I watched the first episode, going, okay, I want to see what this is about,
Yeah.
and like 10 minutes in is a really fucking dark scene. I was like, all right, this is funny.
That fucked up movie that I was talking about, Hereditary, is on Prime right now. That's where I saw it.
It is. So
Yeah.
I need to go see that.
Also, What We Do in the Shadows is really fucking.
We got a
funny.
phone call.
What?
Hello,
Hello?
hello, on the ones and twos.
Hello?
Hello.
Why do you all allow
Hello,
that?
you
It's a
there?
podcast.
It comes through.
I wish there was a way we
Gmail.
could take calls.
because someone's leaving a voicemail.
Yeah, someone.
Oh.
But we don't have the ability to answer the call.
Oh,
we could
no.
probably figure it out. We
You
just
know,
too lazy
we
to
were
do
told
it.
This ain't
we
a
would buy
radio
one of
show.
those.
It's a podcast.
We were told
They're
we had to
subject
buy
what
one of
we
those
say.
if we wanted to join
shit.
someone so we could take calls.
Yeah.
And I went and priced them.
Was it insane?
Yeah, that's pretty expensive. That's kind of really expensive.
We're not
Do
making that kind of money yet,
We're not,
guys.
No, and they weren't offering that kind of money yet. Rocklahoma is this weekend.
Hell yeah.
My buddies in Secret of Borders are playing that.
Are they
That's-
really?
That's why, at least, that's why my friend Cameron, who sings for them, can't come to my show on Saturday. So
I don't.
that's
see
the only
them-
reason I know.
I think he's full of shit.
I just butt tooted.
Where are they
Bad.
playing? He's not on any of these schedules.
Secret of Borders isn't?
Maybe it's a
No.
side stage or something.
No.
Some weird.
I mean, no, they're not on here.
Maybe it's a warm up show outside of town.
That's what he said.
Maybe he's full of shit because I don't see him on Thursday,
Damn.
Friday,
Everybody just got
Saturday, or
called out.
Sunday.
Oh,
I'm
Cameron?
calling him out. I don't see no Secret of Boris. Tell us the stage.
Is Buck Cherry playing? Because if Buck Cherry's playing, I'm there because that's
Well-
going to be bad ass.
You better pack your tickets because you're gonna get to
well,
see them
okay. I will
and
say
Slaughter
this.
and
I will
Ace
say this.
Frehley.
His message said, "I'm going to be at Rocklahoma." So never mind.
Okay.
I just
All
assumed because I'm pretty sure his band has played somewhere at Rocklahoma, or at least I know they played in Oklahoma.
Did they
before.
play with Jackal?
Oh God, maybe not.
I
Because
like the
Jackal
thought of you coming
Is opening
down
for
on me.
Jackal's opening for Bush. That's opening for Disturbed.
God damn.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hmm,
I'm wearing my American flag t-shirt to this one, broskies.
I would.
Hell yeah.
The Monster Energy tattoos are assembling
Fuck
as
yeah.
we speak.
Except mine says America at the
We've
top,
got
not
to go do
Monster.
this one year.
No, I have
we
no desire
have
to do that.
We have to go see what this is about. Okay, you have your choice because we have to see.
You could take Brian to that.
Okay.
Jason, they'll go. I'm not going to
We
this.
have to see one of these. We either have to go to Rocklahoma and see
I'll
what
go
kind
for
of
free.
scene that is.
I'll just go to.
No.
I'll
that's
just go to
the way we'll
Walmart
go.
this weekend.
So it will, because that's the only way I would go is first, I would fill out all the credential stuff and get in for free. I'm not paying for this to go experiment and see what this is about. But you either got to go to Rocklahoma or you got to go to the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh, the
Juggalo?
gathering?
The
The Juggalo
Gathering
event?
of the Juggalos.
Oh, dude.
Hell yeah!
I would love to perform at the gathering.
They
If I could
have
somehow-
a
Oh yeah,
comedy
yeah. No,
stage.
that's why. If they have,
All right, if you get in to do that, we're going with you, and same vice versa. If we get in, we'll take you with us.
I mean, I need like a fan.
I'm wearing a
base first,
mask.
but,
Because if he flops, we're gonna have all those crazy methed out kids, incest kids after us.
just
Shit, I probably just
Jumping
got
and
us
humping
fucked by
our
saying
faces.
that.
dude, if Gallagher can play for the fucking Juggalos,
True.
I can.
you can do it.
They do have like non-prop comics as well.
Yeah.
Big J Okerson.
Some of
I know
those
is definitely
Juggalo chicks are
gathered.
kind of hot too.
Well, let's tap the brakes there. Just a second.
Bowling alley hot?
The ones that shave their armpits.
Boo, yeah.
Are they bowling? Are they bowling alley hot? Aren't
Yeah.
they?
The ones that don't have the scooters that they put around Walmart
You
on.
need a, Matt needs an asterisk next to what he's saying about this because you like comparing all of them to each other.
Right.
There are some hot ones by default. No, they are insanely body positive. I will give the Juggalos that. They are not.
Yeah, they are.
They're not-
for sure.
They're not really racist.
Nope.
They accept everybody of every background
right.
as long as you enjoy shitty ass music
Yep.
and have a good time doing it. Which I'm like, I can't knock on them that much for those kind of values.
Do you have to have a Slipknot tattoo to be a Juggalo?
I think you have to have a prison
L-
tattoo. To
You can
be a
only
Juggalo.
like the bad Slipknot songs if you're
Yeah.
a Juggalo.
Yeah.
You can't like Volume 3.
No.
You have
That's
to.
too good of enough.
No, can't do that. Can't do anything off of
You
Iowa.
can like the first album and
That's
whatever
about
that
it.
new song is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you have
But
to have. It's
Iowa
mandatory to
and
be a
Volume 3 are the
Juggalo.
goats.
You have to have a Slipknot tattoo, a Korn tattoo, and what do you think? Limp Bizkit or
They have a spine shank tattoo.
Yeah.
Did you throw shitty tribal tattoo? Not good tribal.
well, yeah, that's a
shitty.
given.
Okay.
You got to have that kind of mixed into your Slipknot, like
No,
Yeah.
stamp tramp
Yeah,
on the
like a-
guy.
No, you have the old
it says
school.
harder.
You have the
Oh,
old
shit.
school Slipknot S's that are tribal when they first were a band.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what you put in.
What's the third? The crown you wear. You have Korn, you have Slipknot. There's got to be one more that you got to get. You got to get one on each bicep, and then one on, like he said, the tramp stamp.
Well, a generic Warner Brothers tattoo.
No, 'cause that could be
any-
confused with
any
that Mr.
character or
Bungle.
anything.
Roadrunner.
No, I meant
Yosemite
like
Sam
a
or some
character.
shit.
Yeah,
Daffy
like
Duck.
Like a Daffy. Okay.
a Tasmanian devil.
They are a bunch of Daffy
Hell
Ducks
yeah.
out there.
That's like a Walmart starter kit right there, dude.
Marvin.
Are they having one this year?
Isn't Marvin the Martian?
Oh,
dude,
Warner
they-
Brothers?
oh,
How do they
definitely.
not have Walmart Fest? Seriously. How's there no Walmart
It's
Fest with like
Saturday.
They don't
Jason-
need one.
Jason
It's
Aldean
Walmart.
playing and
It's
They're
fucking-
Saturday.
everywhere.
like the guys from Duck Dynasty come flying?
No,
and
okay, so wait
introduce Kid Rock.
They're too busy
Up
at
in-
NASCAR.
a minute.
I guess that is Walmart Fest.
Up in the the greater Bentonville area of Arkansas.
TMS, baby.
Yeah.
There's a Walmart stadium that is like the new
AT&T?
like a small Starplex.
Oh, really?
Like it's an
Like an
it's
amphitheater, huh?
thing, yeah.
That's cool.
Right in Bentonville.
They got,
Walmart-
like,
Walmart's
fucking-
the owner. They just opened it like last year.
Holy crap!
Equate beer and shit, or
I haven't been in.
Sam's Value water everywhere.
Is that the
That'd be
gathering?
awesome. What?
Gathering picture?
You looking at the gathering?
So I pulled up the
How much
gathering of
tickets
the
are?
Juggalos.
No, do y'all not watch the infomercials?
This is the
Hell
20th
yeah, I watch
annual.
infomercials.
No, every year there is a 20-minute long Gathering of the Juggalos infomercial.
No, I've
Which,
never seen that. That
Year
sounds
by
awesome.
year.
That
I've been
sounds
watching these for years. I've been watching this for almost a decade now, and every year the production value gets better. It's still shitty, but it gets better. The writing gets better, and it's them. So
Are you fucking with me?
No, not at all. I highly recommend everybody. I swear, one year I was like talking about this to someone. I got home, got high, and it was like 2 a.m.
There's
on
a
the computer,
Juggalo
and it got
infomercial.
uploaded just hours ago, and I was just like, "This is fucking Christmas." And so what
That's
they do
awesome.
is they either Violent J and Shaggy themselves doing characters,
And they do it every year?
or their peripheral. There's Sugar Slam, who's like probably the hottest juggalette of them all. Or I'm sorry, they're all juggalos
Wait,
now.
you know
It
the
is
names of Juggalettes?
I only know her because she said her name so many times over so many years of these infomercials. But
She's the hottest
So-
juggalette?
they have her. She can at least deliver a line and talk about the gathering and all that shit. And they might have a person or two play like a character. There's always a theme. One was like future sci-fi dystopia. One was country and western. One was they called it Whoop Stock. It was all hippie And the acts are still the same. All the psychopathic
see
records, lineups, and shit, and washed up rappers and
probably not
shit
gonna
ass
sleep
metal
tonight.
bands like Attila and Mushroom Head and shit like that. And then midget wrestling and juggalette, stripper, wet t-shirt contest shit. It's
I'm getting an erection
oh,
here.
dude.
That's
Like
weird.
there's a theme for every video and for every
And it's just a promotion of the
yeah,
event,
it's a
the-
giant
the
promotional
gathering.
video, but it's like 20 minutes long, and they have a theme and these dumb little characters they play, and maybe some skits involved in there. But then they go through and tell you all the different events, like who's coming.
Yeah.
And I watch these so I don't have to actually listen to actual psychopathic records artists and rappers, because what they'll play clips from all these music videos.
Yeah.
And if something's like so fucking shitty, you're like, oh, I got to go watch the actual thing. You can just go open up another YouTube tab and be like, oh, let's see the shit from the Axe Murder Boys or and all these different names. There are some
Oh yeah,
terrible. Some
yeah.
of
They
this shit.
definitely the Cutter crowd.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
and you could be like, oh, so this night there's all these people, or
The
they
Cutter
don't even break
stage.
it down into nights. They're like featuring, it's like featuring Axe Murder Boys, and then it's like cuts into like 20 seconds of their song. It's like and Dark Lotus reunion, which won't happen because Twisted and ICP are feuding right now. Don't ask me how I know
there's
these
beef.
things. There is beef.
Oh shit, dude.
Okay, I open
Ooh.
up. Guys, hold on a second. I got.
Uh-oh.
We got
latest thing.
breaking news.
So I open up this story about the lineup, and I see
Breaking news.
It says I'm looking for the date of when the Gathering of the Juggalos is.
Yeah.
And they mistyped here because the website shows July 1st through August 4th.
No.
That would kill all the
That shit-
Juggalos,
that shit's-
right?
yeah, I know, it would
There's
kill-
not enough Mountain
that
Dew
would
in the
kill-
world.
No man,
No,
not enough rape kits.
no. Mountain Dew, no, motherfucker, Fago. There ain't enough
Faygo,
fucking
yeah, there you
Fago
go.
in the world. Watermelon Fago, cherry Fago,
There-
blue
you're
There's-
right.
blue
that's gotta be a
Fago.
typo.
It's July 31st through August 4th. That's still too long.
Yeah. What's the over and under of rapes at
They
that
gonna- they
festival?
gonna
Like
die.
17, and like they're
Is that
griping
daily or
about
total?
You think it's only going to be 17 rapes?
No, I'm
they're
asking if it's
griping.
daily.
Hold on, they're griping about
Yeah,
herpes and STDs in Coachella this year.
Yeah.
Imagine this joint.
Rape?
No,
It doesn't matter because they already arrive with the herpes and other STDs.
You're right.
So
You're right.
there,
You want to hear
there's
the
not
lineup?
going to be a net positive STDs after the.
I think he
Oh,
just
yes.
told me the whole lineup. But go
through-
ahead, man.
go
Let's
through
hear
the
this.
lineup. Oh no, because there's so many that I can't recall.
Limp Bizkit has to play so Shaggy 2 Dope can
Not
drop
yet.
kick him again.
I don't think.
Wasn't he the one that drop kicked
Tried to, yeah.
Fred Durst?
Wait,
That was awesome.
did y'all? Speaking of drop kicking,
That was awesome.
on stage at a giant festival.
Oh, the Schwarzenegger thing. I haven't
Oh,
seen
yeah.
the
Did
video.
you see the?
I did see that.
That was crazy.
They should have let Arnold go. Or fuck you in your ass,
I'm just glad he didn't fall
you
down.
little shit.
That one shot made it look like he's falling
I'll
down.
spread
Okay,
your
this-
anus like
so
a
what-
fucking
it looks like-
butterfly.
is that a
I
wrestler
can't. I
thing?
can't do this. I'm sorry, guys. I can't pull this up because this is one of the worst built websites ever.
I'm
Oh,
sure it's like
dude.
old school Flash.
But
like,
they keep showing these.
You're
crowd
getting the
shots.
website version of what the infomercial's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I keep looking at pictures of the crowd, and
Yeah.
there's 80 to 100,000 people in this crowd.
oh, I bet, man. I
This
bet.
is ridiculous to go see Shaggy
Yeah.
2 Dope and what's the other one?
Oh, no, that's two.
I don't know.
That's
What is
both
it?
of
What's
them.
the
That's
big
Shaggy.
dude?
Busby.
Shaggy
I don't
2
know
Dope's,
who's who,
Shaggy 2
but-
Dope's the skinny dude, I think, right?
I think so.
And
And,
then Did it-
Violent
if
J.
you-
No,
every time
Violent. Yeah, Violent J's the skinny
I'm sure
one.
they're probably cool dudes.
Wait, damn, I do
Hold
not know.
on.
I can't tell you for the life of me which
Uh-oh.
one's which.
Breaking
No, this
news.
is good.
We've got, the festival?
The prices aren't that bad for it, not compared to
Hell
other
yeah.
Yeah,
things.
people ain't getting paid. shit.
Yeah, man. It's kids' allowances.
Yeah, these
not
are
dealing
these are
with-
actually decent.
They're not appealing to Silicon Valley with their prices.
Man, maybe they make a.
Oh.
How much is the RV pass?
The RV pass for the entire weekend's $180.
Damn.
That lets you camp there the entire weekend.
better than fucking Kaboo.
That
Fest.
is the way to go right
True.
there. You can walk outside in doses and then go back and hang out and party.
I
and
bet
then go back to
microdoses.
doses. Yeah,
I bet all four of us could get blowjobs at this festival
I'm out.
for sure.
I don't think
What?
they made
That's
a
not even a
gathering
challenge.
infomercial this year.
There's no infomercial.
I don't think there was one
Dude.
this year.
I feel gypped.
No, we can go back and watch all the other ones though.
The question is, do you want teeth or gums? That's the
Gums.
question.
Hell yeah. If I'm going in, I'm going all the way in. I'm getting the gum special.
All right, here we have late night comedy. Do you want me to?
I've got Everclear.
Yeah, let's do the comedy
Okay,
line.
here's the comedy lineup. You ready? Randy's Cheeseburger Picnic,
Oh, that's Randy from Trailer Park Boys. Yeah.
and that's all they have listed so far.
That's it.
That's it.
It's a good list.
That's it. You want to? We got a bunch of voicemails all of a sudden, like a lot.
It's probably breaking news.
It probably is.
We probably riled up the
The Shaggy Two
Western
Dopers.
and
Yeah.
Southern Fort Worth.
How
Juggalo
fucked up
crowd.
would that be?
Do you want to hear any of these?
We just get trolled.
Springtown,
from hell because
Springtown
of-
sending us out a bunch of calls right now.
Yeah,
Actually, I think one of these are from Springtown.
a bunch
Sir?
of dudes from Azel
Hell
heading
yeah.
over.
Let's
Oh,
see if
shit.
this works. Here we go. Let's see. Here's one.
The Jalopy Caravan heading
Hey
over.
guys, it's me. I just wanted to call and say happy Tuesday.
See, Springtown.
Speaking of juggalos,
I am going to see
The
Still
Queen
Magnolia with my mom and my sister and my niece. And then I have Riffomania dress rehearsal this evening. So
That is
I
Jesse.
will be back next week. Big up
Thanks
to
for the warning.
Brian Breckenridge. That was a really fun Laugh Your Mouth Off on Sunday. Your friend Christian did have some very relatable content with the teen
is she
court
taking a segment
and
here?
my fellow pairs. Also, just some shoot the shit stuff.
There you go.
The Vaqueros won against the Denton Diablos.
They did.
That was
They should
streamed.
have.
I saw.
And
Did you see where they played it?
Yeah,
but I could prep
sure
it.
did.
Just a message that I love you guys. It's my birthday on Friday. Don't make a big deal. 'cause
This
we're not
Friday?
gonna do anything anyways. But yeah. Oh,
Going to the Yellow
God.
Rose.
how are you doing on the not drinking? Fill me in. Talk to
Fail.
you guys later. Bye.
Bye, Jesse.
I like how
Fail.
I joined you guys,
And then we fail the next
and
week.
y'all failed the next week, and
Yeah.
I'm the victor of this.
I'll go
so
back
far.
on.
Well, okay.
You want to have an official start date?
Hold on. Here's another voicemail, and I don't understand it. But yeah, we can have official. Do you want to start now, or do you want to wait? Do
No,
you
let's
need to-
wait. Let's
do
have
you-
a start date.
do you
I have
need
to have
to
a
drink through
ramp
the weekend?
mentally. I have to get mentally prepared.
So
And
the-
it's Memorial Day weekend, so
it is.
I'll probably have some pops this weekend.
See, I gotta see if I can fight it.
Why? We're going to start at the same time, so there's no mix up here.
But I'm fixing to go to Cuba too, so I'm gonna be in rum
Oh,
heaven.
yeah. When do you do that?
June 5, right?
So our season finale will be
Do you pay duties bringing all the liquor back?
Nope. I don't think so.
Then I'm giving you some cash. I want a big bottle of rum.
series finale.
This is the series finale. We're in it.
Oh.
In the podcast.
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. June 1st is
Series finale.
me butting heads with somebody.
What?
No, June 1st is when
Oh, is that-
Champions League gets won.
That's the Champions League.
Is that why
Championship
do they
game.
wait so long? Just to build up because there's a bunch
don't
of
know.
shit that they got.
It didn't seem like it was this long last year.
It didn't.
It didn't. I thought it was the following week. This is like a 3-week exit. All right, here's the next one.
So should I go for Liverpool since Tottenham bounced City?
Damn right you should.
Should I?
Pep doesn't mind Klopp.
What's wrong with you? Who are you?
Hey, Tottenham bounced City.
I know, but why?
Say real sports teams.
No. All right, here's another one. You
I know
ready?
what you mean by
I'm
these?
covering my breast.
Jones, this is Lee Power Littlefield. Commissioner of the Social Flying Show is now.
Did he just say mayonnaise?
I think that's Lee. I heard Lee Littlefield.
But if you keep doing that, you'll go blind. But why not go blind doing something with friends in public? May 29th is the best venue in the 15th largest city in the nation, Fort Worth.
That's Lee Littlefield right there. I heard him say Lee Littlefield. I heard him say
Riffomania
Riffomania.
will be live at 2 p.m. at Mass. Main at Southside for those of
You got it.
Man, it's Southside.
And Lee likes telling people how large Fort Worth is. Like,
Well, he needs to invest in a phone where it's clear. We can understand what's being said, and we don't have to.
This is wrestling themed insult comedy, to be short. Bring you $1 bills.
It needs a redo, man. You
Did
got
I
to call back.
This is the longest order readback I've ever had.
After 10 p.m.
And then we have one more here.
Call us back, Lee,
Yeah, call us back.
and then do it on a payphone.
Can we play this one? Do we have permission?
Are there even payphones around anymore?
Let's see.
oh, fine.
I'm not going to play this one because it's
Why?
more.
More what?
Well, we'll call it cool.
What is it?
All right, let's see.
Is it my probation officer?
Hello, Jerry Jonestown Massacre. This is Tony Green.
Oh, hell yeah.
So there we go.
Okay, cool.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the
He
beginning.
just
of
said
it.
hello?
No. He did a whole list of stuff, but
Okay.
we'll keep it on the down low. It's just about our show. He's listening right now. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Tony?
Tony is planned to come in next week.
How's his come out music not Tony?
Ooh, that's a good one too. Why not?
I don't know. I thought about that when I watched
this
his
is a
first
think
episode
tank.
on
Save that
YouTube,
for
man. You
next
got to have
week's
you.
episode.
Okay, I'll ask him.
Well, this is a
Hey,
think
man.
tank, and we're coming up with people's walkout music.
Yeah.
right off.
How
the
do
bat.
you not have Tony as your
Tony?
music coming out?
When are you going to have your own TV show?
Shows.
I don't. When Netflix gives me one, I don't know.
You know when I do
I don't
my,
know what I would do for a show.
you're going to be on a show pretty soon.
I would have zero.
As soon as we
What?
quit doing this podcast, I've got a TV show idea that I'm going to do,
You can do
and
both.
you're going to be a character actually, because you fit the profile.
Cool.
What?
I like being profiled.
What is the
Sexually?
like in your mind? What's your overall goal of all this? Of doing stand up?
Of
Be a
life.
really good stand-up comic, and like to me, my like I
Like,
will
a lot
have
of
won
people-
my
like-
live streams if I can make solely off of stand-up comedy 40 to 50,000 a year.
Yeah,
That's
qu-
how
enough to
low my
quit your
bar
9 to
is.
5.
Which is
Enough to quit your 9 to 5.
to me, I'm like, that's insanely enough. That's way more than enough I need to live on. And, my lady will have a job as well. But anything beyond that, like, I don't want to be an actor. I wouldn't mind writing some things. I don't
You don't want to be in my TV show.
want to be like an actor, like to the point of what's funny.
You
Okay,
want to be Brad Pitt?
I don't like. I love this guy. This is not a slight to him. It's just hilarious. My buddy Tone Bell. So he's from Atlanta originally. Came here, had like a nice corporate gig. Got his stand up chops here. Moved on to L.A. He won like an NBC for diversity comedy competition thing. So he had like a contract with NBC or whatever studio. He's been in so many shows that have been canceled.
That's awesome.
His comedy special on Showtime. He's a great fucking dude. He's always been the nicest, funny ass guy too. And like he was on a show on Netflix called Disjointed with Kathy Bates. He's on some other show, I think. I'm not sure. So his comedy, it became such a fucking running joke with his career.
That all his shit got canceled?
His comedy special is called Can't Cancel This.
Ha.
That's pretty good.
And I'm like, but he's also one of those stand-up comics. He's a good-looking dude, good-looking black dude, like smooth-ass voice. If you're casting a show, if you're just like, I want that guy. Like, may not be your main actor in something, but like, no, he's going to look good on this cast or something. But, he just kind of bounced around from show to show to show to show. Nothing, like, it's not like he was bad or he tanked the show. It's just that whatever, of course you're going to take the show. You're an actor. You're like, cool, this will get me in. I'll be in SAG. The money will come. There'll be some money or something. A lot of, you'll go and deliver your lines.
Sounds like you're
whether the
casting
show
token here, man.
whether the show succeeds or fails is not really is out of your control.
That's
but
funny.
I'm like, well, I don't want to be one of those comics. Like, and it's
Well,
not like
'cause there-
him, but there's like
so
tons of
many
comics in
directions you
LA
can
that
go.
yeah.
Some people shoot for like
That was a long way
Seinfeld
for me to
was like,
say I don't want to be an actor.
you don't
like-
want to be an actor, but like Jerry Seinfeld said, I want to be the biggest in the world. That's what he says.
Yeah.
Like when he started out, and bam,
Damn near, yeah.
that's what he went to. But then the avenue, you could go towards the Saturday Night Live route. Do you want to go join one of these troops?
That's still
in a
more of an
different
actor
city?
thing, which
you
I'm
wanna-
like,
I think you
I
got
would-
a muzzle on you
but
too
I'm,
if you
like,
did
writing.
that.
no, you
get
do
a- you get a
because it's
muzzle
like,
put
oh,
on
this
you.
guy says
Yeah.
to me, like, I think more
Yeah.
of my outlets are stand up, and at some point, maybe I think I want to start a podcast. Don't know exactly sure. I kind of have a
We
loose
can give you
idea.
one.
You want my spot?
You want to?
Yeah, sure, I'll take
one.
Yeah.
But no, with mine, it would literally be me and one other person. Like, I don't want anything
That's
more
the way it should
than
be.
that. And like, we sit down. I want like zero preparation. It's
Yeah.
people that
Yeah,
I
that's the way
deem,
to do it.
and I don't even need like a shed. We'll just pick somewhere and start recording.
Just do it. That's easy.
Yeah.
The only thing that's cool about doing it in a shed or something like this is this is a controlled setting.
Yeah, yeah.
When we've tried to do
it's
shows
almost too
out and
comfortable.
about,
Yeah.
it gets fucking. You get all when you don't control the setting. You're at a bar or something.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
never
yeah.
know what the fuck you're gonna get, and so you'll always have some drunk whore like, "Look at my titty," look or whatever. And
That rarely happens to me.
they
ever,
usually have hair
so
on their nipples.
That's
It's not a nice
insane
titty.
that happens so many times.
It's
Well,
never a nice titty, is it, Dustin? It's always like a deranged looking, like
Double titty.
yeah,
I'm trying to
something
think.
like there's a like
Because there for a while we were always
like hairy
out.
nipples and stuff.
We were out on Fat
Ugh.
Tuesday, and that was always bad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But I always think that our best shows are when it's just no disrespect to you two guys, is when it's just Dustin and I.
well, yeah, because you have 4 people in here right
Yeah,
now.
and everybody
God
starts
forbid
yelling.
when
This
you don't have
is
an actual
my
band
size.
in here.
You like the 4 people?
I like 4 because you can bounce things off, but it's also way easier to set up, and everybody gets their own quadrant of the video on YouTube.
Yeah. So aesthetically is the reason you like it.
We're in a square.
I think
here,
conversation-wise,
we're in a
our
square
best
there.
shows where
There's
we've
squares
taught, where
everywhere.
we've actually been coherent, is always when we only have 2 or 3 people.
That's
Well,
kinda-
yeah, because you know, like, it's also like, what's I get the point of this podcast. It's like to promote generally regional things.
Dicks and farts.
And that's awesome. Like you have a focused goal,
and to talk about ourselves a lot.
but it's not
because
like
we
are. It's not like you have like
An
like
agenda.
probably the bad example, but makes it like Rogan. He has on someone that's done a thing, and he wants to talk to him about the thing, and that's been his thing.
See, that's
for
what I would like to go
fucking
towards.
a long time now. But he can also maintain getting the popular people with the popular thing at the time,
Yeah.
and.
He's got the power.
But like
who
something
he
to me, it would be that but on a level that nobody gives a shit about.
But see,
I'm
I
just
think
like,
our best shows.
Like if I had a podcast, I would have my buddy Todd Camp on there. Do y'all know Todd?
No.
Does
Does he camp a lot?
No, he's like in his 60s,
He a
60-something year
sniper?
old gay dude. He used to
Beat
run.
me to it. God, that was actually good.
He what?
Says he a sniper?
I nearly
No.
said that.
He's an old gay dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
man.
and him and my buddy, him and his buddy Kyle, my buddy too. They used to run these comedy open mics at various gay bars. First being at Percussions. They also did this thing. What the fuck was it called? Like they did basically like a LGBT like film festival thing. But Todd is like one of the like
Like an interesting dude.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He's very fucking interesting, and he's been from the get go been a guy who's like, dude, is like if you're up there like when it comes to him in comedy, like he doesn't do comedy, he just loves it and ran an open mic
Yeah.
in various places for a few years. He was just like, as long as you're making a joke, I'm not offended by fucking anything, and he's not. He was just like, also gay people make some of the most darkest fucking jokes, and I'm just like, oh, that's fucking awesome, and like it'd be people that I know. That
Yeah.
I think are super fucking interesting. Someone like Todd, he wrote for the Forward Star Telegram for decades. It was and
That's what I like.
That's how I know his name.
yeah,
That's what we always say
Q
we're going to try
Live
to do
is the
that.
thing he ran. Q Live.
Yep.
We
Okay.
want to do that. We want to have interesting people.
Oh, have Todd on here. It'd be fucking awesome.
Get
Todd's
line it
badass.
up. I'll ask him if he
I
knows
just
what an
imagine-
Alaskan pipeline is.
And I'm sure he'll be very open to all your questions about gay.
Those
dog.
trash
I'll
pockets.
be right there. Thanks, Trash Pockets.
Is that like a male daisy chain or something?
I'll
like
tell
that?
you. I'll tell you after the. Actually, we're about done anyway, so
We are. I want to show you something I bought
it's a good one though.
and that I'm looking at. I'm reading.
Oh, cool, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'd much rather read his words than listen to him.
I liked them in the old days.
Yeah,
He's
You don't like
better
him now?
He's better now. His interviewing skills are amazing. I'm holding up for those that
Yeah.
are listening and not looking at YouTube.
But
I have
unsure-
Howard Stern comes again.
un-
You want to hear my
Sure,
Howard Stern
Stern.
impression? Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, those some nice tits. Like that.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, I know.
And
Yeah,
he's
doesn't need
crazy.
to.
The show is
He's
so
hashtag
different
me
now.
too,
Oh, yeah.
Howard Stern.
That's all I know about Howard Stern is like from the only because the E Network when they had the Howard Stern like whatever they did with his episode and edited all that I was just like
Yeah.
I might almost see some titties.
Yeah.
I know I'm not because it's
How-
on the E
The
Network.
pixelation. Someone's
Yeah.
going to move it over so you can see a titty
Yeah,
for a second.
they're gonna
How
mess
the
up because
hell-
it's 11 p.m.
Have you thought
No.
how has Howard Stern not got hit with the hashtag Me Too syndrome?
Because he's wide open with everything.
So they're like,
Yeah.
it's like
And
it's
the
always
problem
sunny,
is
dropping
every-
the N bomb. They just
the
whatever.
one of the things is a lot of people in a lot of high places that have a lot of power know him off the air and know that he's nothing
off-
like that. He's real quiet and
Sure.
keeps to himself
Yeah,
and
yeah.
keeps to his family and everything. He's not
One of these seedy fuckers that does it behind the scene.
He's not like Matt in the studio in the shed.
He's not Shed Matt.
He's not
in real life.
He's not Matt Shed Matt, and then he
Shed
goes
Matt.
to the bar
And then his normal Matt.
and is Shed Matt at the bar too.
No, these are lies. We can end the show now.
So
There's
not
only
like
one
that.
Matt.
So that's why.
And then there's Shed Matt.
People know how he really is behind the scenes.
Shed Matt
he
jacks
probably
off a
hasn't-
lot.
He hasn't been hit with that, and he hasn't done any of that crazy. Like they got rid of the Sybian years ago,
That was so
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
and he
I didn't
hasn't
even know
done
what that
really
was till
any
Howard Stern.
nude stuff since. I mean,
It
in
always
years.
felt weird. It's like, hey, you want to listen to women have
Yeah.
orgasms? I'm like, no, like I don't.
But I will.
Although a brief moment when I had some free satellite radio, he had a great interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That I was like, okay, cool. This is the Howard Stern I want. But with me and like I guess how old I am and how I was introduced to Howard Stern, never listened to him on the morning radio. So I'm 35. I guess that just never aligned like that. Me, Howard Stern was the guy that was on late at night on E. I knew he had an early morning radio show and knew his upbringing, private parts and all that, and his shock jock and all that. And I get that. But to me, it was just like, oh, yeah, it was him tits. Yeah, it's like, oh, something sit on the Sybian. It was just like, me, that's all he was. And
Man, I started listening when he was on the Eagle.
And then that really annoying guy,
too.
Baba
Yeah.
Booey or whatever the fuck.
Baba Booey.
His
Yeah.
producer,
Yeah.
Is that him? That
Gary
the,
Delabonte.
is that Gary who's just kind of like this looking guy? Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not
Okay, yeah.
anymore.
Oh, is he like in
They've all
shape?
changed. Yeah, they've all.
Got plasticed up.
He fucks with them so much that they all go work out and lose weight.
And then sometimes like Jim Norton was on there, but I'm like, oh, cool, a PG-13 Jim Norton, yay! Like that's what I
on the
want.
radio.
Well, yeah, on his radio, on his station, pre-satellite, yeah.
No, now on satellite, it's whatever.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's why Norton has his own shit,
Oh yeah, Norton does have his own show, doesn't he?
And then he hosts a metal show for some fucking reason. And I'm
Yeah.
like, still playing like basic ass.
Who was it? Oh, it was Dave Attell that did Dave's Old Porn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Saw him in New York.
Man, one
It
time
was
I
so
smoked
badass.
weed with Brian Posehn, and we was at the Texas Theater, and these other people came up. It was his buddy Derek Sheen opened up, and this was like 3 weeks before Derek was going to go do Laugh Your Mass Off. And I was like, oh, cool. Hey, you're going to be in town. Can I come hang out? He's like, yeah. So me, Derek, and Brian Posehn, and these two other people went up in the green room and just smoked a lot of joints in the green room. And this guy was playing like fucking Anthrax and Slipknot, and I was just like, yeah, I know that's what Posehn. I'm just like, can you play like some good metal? Like in my head, I didn't say this shit because I didn't want to be like some prima donna. I was like, man, there's like much better fucking current metal out there. Can we stop
Like
jacking off?
Shinedown?
No. Yeah, like some Shinedown or some
Breaking Benjamin.
fucking Trapped. Yeah.
Some Blue October.
Like, you know what I do
what's
to get
Alex
juiced,
But I'm
Turner?
like, can we get over the Iron Maidens of the world?
I
And
really
shit
like to
that?
listen to some
Can we listen to
Disturbed.
some
When I'm
great
trying to get
bands that are
jacked.
under 10 years into their shit, but also really earning it. And
When I'm getting jacked for the gym, I listen to Disturbed.
So there
I'm
was a-
down with the sickness.
There was a Tool concert this
So
weekend.
he was cool.
That was like the fourth
Oh, yeah.
one.
he was
Posner?
really rad,
Or
yeah.
what's his? How do you say his name? Posehn.
my
He-
first time ever meeting him, and
He always seems awkward as fuck. Like I'm like
I think it was
I'm
fun,
gonna
man.
huh?
He was also in Big Bang Theory.
Does he have asthma?
I don't
He's
know.
got to.
We smoked a
He
lot
was
of
on
weed
30
together.
Rock too, wasn't he? Off
Yeah.
and on. He came.
Oh,
he, made-
was
No, he wasn't on 30 Rock.
he didn't swing through there.
No.
You're thinking of that one dude with the long hair.
Judah Freelander?
Yeah, the one
No,
that wear the cap.
he
the
was-
trucker hat.
He was a regular.
Yeah, he was the
No,
main
I
character.
thought Brian came through there on guest spots here and there.
Have you ever did he didn't do Laugh Your Mass Off, did he?
Who?
Brian.
No. It was his opener, Derek, who
That
had
was
Which
okay.
one of my best fucking Facebook posts ever was.
You couldn't talk him
Laugh
to
your
come over and
mask
do it?
off. We book your favorite comedian's opening comedian,
Did you hit up
which
Brian?
is what I do. I can't book him. Can't afford that shit.
I mean,
He was at Texas Theater, so I can't.
Hold on.
How much-
You just struck on gold here. You just struck on gold because
I
we
can't
did
do
this.
what they do.
We did this conversation last week or 2 weeks ago with Festival Talk. What's the running for comedian, money wise, to get someone
fuck if
good
I
in
know,
here?
man. That's all depends on their guarantee.
Like,
I've personally paid.
You don't
some
have to
comics.
say a name.
What
but
are,
what are guarantees running? What are the range?
So
like, what do you think Brian was?
Oh, dude, that was probably a few grand or something like that. I don't know, but I've personally booked some comics with some guarantees who I personally really like. I booked them and covered the guarantee and took a loss. Like I don't think I've ever. Maybe the Road Story show with JT and Kyle and all them. I think with charging a cover, I'm not even going to count like the promotion and like I think I took out a paid thing for that. Anyways, I broke even on that, which was
Yeah.
a fucking win for me. But I paid some guarantees like either from like $200 to $350. And these are for people that might have some sort of credits, want to like a pretty decent podcast or someone might have been on some smaller Comedy Central stuff or Vice or things like that. And,
Wow. So there's people traveling around hitting Fort Worth for $350.
Well, because I exist, they may not get this at, a comedy club that's not going to be open on Sunday or Wednesday, which is, when I generally book things. And then a smaller comedy club might not want to cover a guarantee. But,
what do you think, like, Addison? What kind of wallet do you think they open up for at Addison Improv?
Oddly enough, right near my house is this bar, and one of the old general managers at the Addison Improv, he's now a general manager at a movie theater. So he regularly drinks at this bar. So when I'm there, I'll talk to him. And what's funny is before I really recognized him, he knew who I was, and I was just like, "Oh, you're that guy." Just want to leave his name out of this for fuck's sake. And one time, just so over the times I run into him, just talking, I don't want to like overwhelm him with like, hey, you're this guy that used to be a GM. I want to talk to you about comedy. But one time I was just like, hey, what was the biggest check you ever wrote for like a weekend for a headliner? And he's at $100,000.
Oh,
but that was also this guy.
Did he say who it was?
Yeah, he told me who it was.
Go ahead.
And I
come with it.
Hey, buddy.
Was it?
No,
Polly Shore.
No, this guy actually had to add. He said $100,000 because this guy added on he did like 7 or 8 shows. They had to add on
kind of like
they had to add on like another day, like 2 more shows the day before. They did like 3 Thursday, 3 Friday, 4 Saturday, and 3 Sunday or something insane
so he had to be
like
selling,
that.
Or they wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it was a guy that was like pretty. I think his name's D. Ray Davis. Or something like that.
Man, I'd be so lazy. If I was
the thing is, it's not going to be like
money in 1 week, I'd be like, well, taking the rest of the year off. See ya,
Brian,
fucks.
tell me if this is a loss. If you were to put together a show, because I got Brian Hussein's cost up here.
Oh, really? No.
$10,000.
Fuck that. No.
Is that a loss? Is
that
totally. A loss at Mass?
You don't think Brian could?
Mass standing room is $200 max. That's standing room. So say I had no goddamn seat in the place. Yeah. I pushed all the tables and chairs away, and I got 200, and then maybe squeeze in 50 more. You do the math. How much I got to charge on that?
Yeah,
I charge 20 a ticket. I don't think that would even
alcohol sales isn't going to cover that.
Yeah.
Adam Devine is $60K. Well, that's got to be
what are you talking about? That comedy or wait no?
Adam Devine.
Oh! I'm thinking of guy from Maroon 5.
Oh,
Adam Levine.
I was like, what, to do a speaking engagement?
No shit.
What's famous pussy taste like, Adam?
David Tell, $35,000.
Damn.
To bring him to an event.
See, that's the thing. That's why I can work with your $200 to $350 guarantee, because I will cover that and make some of that back to where I can be like, hey, I booked this guy, but it cost me $100, $150 negative. Cool. And it's doing shit like that, spending my own money. I'm just kind of like, all right. And then maybe down the line, that can lead to other people. It kind of has, but also I'm like, all right, and maybe when I'm in their neck of the woods at some point in time in the future, fingers crossed, it pays off.
Has it happened?
Oh, I got to go to where they're from first.
Why don't you fucking hit the road, man?
That's the next step.
Yeah,
that's what I'm working towards. But now I'm here tonight saying come to Stomping Ground on
Stomping
Saturday,
Grounds.
May 25th, 8 o'clock, local access comedy show, and or New Maine Brewing, Saturday, June 1st.
Your birthday.
Which is also my 35th birthday. And Dave Clark, the owner, is graciously given. I'm going to leave 3 of these beers in the...
Eventually, Dave, we're going to come out there, I promise.
I'm going to come out.
We're going to come party.
If my plan is, if the audition finals wrap up and we get let go, and
you're going to roofie one of them and bring them over.
I may not have to roofie any of them, first off.
Because they're going to hear about Brian.
I'll be like, hey.
Brian's about to do a set.
Y'all want to go to a brewery and watch some comedians?
Yo.
Yes.
You want to go hang out with a bunch of funny dudes? One of them looks like
and
Jesus.
Lady. My friend Mona's featuring.
Oh, that's right.
And Lady. So that's my plan, is I'm going to come over to that one for sure. Cool. If I can get out of the freaking auditions. They're known to go The latest
You know
I've
what's
been out there
funny
is
is
midnight.
the building New Main is in used to be a cheerleader workout facility.
Well,
so
see,
go
there
ahead,
you go.
just bring them
There's your
over.
pitch
They
right
may
there.
know where
and
it's at.
They can be
That's true.
the opening.
So your the
act.
show this
There's a lot of
weekend,
mirrors we can look at.
the one that's down in Dallas.
Yeah, stomping ground.
Is there limited tickets on this thing?
Yeah, they seat like 90 to 100 in a show.
So pre-buy your tickets.
Yes.
Now.
Don't
Support
wait.
nonprofit community
Yeah.
comedy theaters.
I'd like
And
to,
also your local breweries that support
There
comedy.
you go.
and then
The
also
ones that
throw
don't,
out,
fuck them.
also
They can
throw
go
out
fuck
masks.
themselves with their trivia nights and their
Yes.
goofy ass drinks.
We're going to New Maine. We need to talk to the guys at New Maine. We need to talk to the guys at Division. We need to do this.
Can we have a podcast
Yep.
where you just talk shit about so many
Fuck
local
yeah.
places and just
Hell yeah,
burn
that's what we do.
every bridge possible? But I'm talking
This man right
name
here.
names,
Here's your
name
guy.
businesses.
It's funny. Every time I do that,
Here's your
Those-
guy right here.
those people and businesses become our best friends.
There you
The
go.
best
He's burnt
friends of the
everyone in
show.
Tarrant County.
I'll start first. Hot
What?
Fusion,
I'm
make
honest.
something I can drink. God damn it. Come on.
No
Feisty
shit.
redhead, I like.
Oh, I also wish Jessie was here because I was also going to ask
She's
her what
listening.
the fuck she was. What the fuck? Boiled Allen prom. God damn it. This fuck. Grow the fuck up, man. A prom. This is the reason we have bars and you have to be over 21 to consume alcohol because we're no longer at fucking high school. God damn it. That
Wow.
shit.
That is the giant text message thread
Stop
circle I had.
being
That was
fucking drunk
everybody
teenagers.
talking. Everybody
Oh.
said the same thing. What you just said, and it cracked me up. I'm not listing that list of names because there's like 30
No.
people, but everybody was on that.
Just goddamn. I was like, really, prom? Come on. Like,
About 60 people.
I went to prom because my mom was like, "You're not going to prom? I'll pay for things." And I'm just like, "All right, fine." And then I went. I don't give a fuck about that shit because
Did you
I
get
was
laid?
at least adult enough. No. I took my friend Katie so she could, who was a grade below
I want to know
us,
about you being an
so
adult
she
at
could
prom.
go to prom with her best
I was an
friend who
adult.
was in my grade. I used my prom date as a really selfless gesture so my friend could go to her friend's prom with her. And then my friend Katie ended up getting drunk at a house we went to before after
I
prom.
like this rant.
And then I was like, "Hey, Amelia, Kate," and yeah, fuck both these bitches because they both live in Irving and Dallas and haven't come to any of my shit, so they can go both fuck themselves. I was like, "Hey, Amelia, Katie's drunk and I can't bring her to after prom." She's like, "You put that bitch on the phone right now." I'm just like, "Here you go." And then she tore her a fucking new one. They're still like best friends or something. And I brought this up on Facebook like a year ago, and they're like, "Whoa!" I'm just like, "What? It didn't happen? That was my prom date. I wasted on you." And I didn't drink until I was like, 20 or something.
But you
like
were an
that.
adult there, so
Yeah, to have
Were
my
you 20?
sister's Volkswagen Jetta, which this is 2003,
We
because that
should
was a
do
fucking
that.
primo car at the time, and I was just like, my mom spent all this money. They didn't like go all out, but I was just like, God damn it.
we
next
should do
prom,
what?
next prom season, let's just get
That's
us a
when I
creepy
stopped
van
doing things for people.
and just go from prom to prom to prom to see if we can get in as 43-year-old men.
But also prom at
No,
a bar,
I
God
don't
damn
want
it.
to go to jail for weird shit. I don't want. This
You
ain't a
never
good
know,
idea.
man. We might be able to get in as
Hey,
chaperones.
I didn't get laid in high school, but I'm not going to go to a bar that's throwing a fucking prom to, make up for some shit I feel inadequate for back in my high school days. I'm like, no, I don't.
Penis length.
That's what I do comedy for.
Jason, your plug.
I just want to go to a
Can't
prom
do it.
as an adult.
4 p.m. May
Wanna know how you
26th. Carry the load, Rivershun Park. It
That-
lasts till Monday. The closing ceremonies might be more important. That would be noon.
This coming Sunday.
yes,
Is there a post carry the load party
I will be sitting at.
Where you drop the load?
called Shoot the Load? Bust the Load?
I was trying to see where you were going. I thought I had it.
No, I usually hang out at the Katie Trill's house and have drinks afterwards.
Because Brian's going to be doing comedy at the Bust the Load.
What? Yeah. No.
That's the.
At-
I will not disrespect the
Hey,
troops like that.
Here it
man.
is. After party. Bust the Load. Boiled Owl.
They'll never do it.
you got to drive all the way from Dallas to the Boiled
to the
Owl?
Boiled Owl. And you got to dress up in your prom gear. You got to immediately take off your military stuff.
What a beating!
put on
a
prom
bunch of guys
shit.
just almost like
Got to put on a prom dress.
They walked on average each 50 miles.
Yep.
And they want to leave this event
Yep.
and put on a prom dress and go
what?
to the Boiled Owl for a post party.
Boiled Owl prom wasn't it like okay? If I could at
called
least
Bust
gone
the
to the
Load.
back parking lot around like 1 to 2 a.m., I should have seen at least 10 cars fucking moving. You know,
You should have.
then it wouldn't have been a real
Yeah.
prom. I'm like, you're not doing this right. Also, what is like a prom at like a bar that you can pay to buy alcohol? When I'm like, a real prom, you were trying
sneak it
everything you
in.
could to. You're trying to sneak in
right.
the possible sex.
Spike the punch.
It's too fucking easy. You might as
Yeah.
well roofie yourselves and try to fuck or something like
usually
that.
when I go to the Boiled Owl, I sneak liquor in anyway, right? And then that what you're supposed to. Hello, TABC.
I think
I
you're at the
want to
Yucatan
do
next
that
door, right?
So much
No.
sometimes.
Joking.
I do own a
I kid,
flask.
Autumn, I kid.
And I have
I
taken
do.
my flask into various places.
I've taken
I will
a
not
flask
name,
to
but
church before.
Oh.
It's awesome.
I want to live riff a church service, but I don't
Dude,
think
that'd be awesome.
logistically. I'm like, I don't know how. And
You can pull it off
No,
without
I
getting
mean
in
like
trouble?
live. I went to church for Mother's Day to see my mom and my grandma.
Because that's
And-
the only place they go, and that's the only place you can see them.
It was on Mother's Day, and
Oh,
I had
okay.
shit to do that night, I think. And I was at the church service, and I was just like, oh man, I kept thinking of like fucking great bits to say right after. I was like, it's like. So the funniest fucking shit ever is like when you're in high school and you go to the auditorium to hear some fucking speaker about something, and you somehow are able to sit next to your best friend or one of your best friends, and you're able just to crack jokes the whole time.
Yeah.
That's the funniest fucking shit ever because you're not supposed to be doing it, but it's just funny, and you got to like conceal your laughter, and shit just hits so much harder. That's what I
Yeah.
felt like at that church
Dude.
service, but I had no one to say this shit
And
to. So in my
eventually-
head, I'm like,
You know what? I
One
got
of
an
y'all are
idea.
going to lose it,
Yeah.
and your mom's going to back
Like we did at Jesse's wedding. Or not? Yeah, wasn't it Jesse's wedding when the camera went off? We all started busting out laughing.
was
None of
pretty
us
funny.
could contain ourselves.
Yeah, we can.
What y'all should do is you and Dustin load up in the V Dub, drive down and see Joel Olstein, and go live. Bam!
Wow.
it's too big of a crowd.
Yeah, that's too easy. But I'd
Too
go
big
down
of a
there.
target,
fuck
man.
it. Go to some.
That's
go
like
to
comics
Some,
taking down Trump.
go to
No.
some black church
I
down
wanna
at
take
Stop
down-
6. There you go. That's
no,
a challenge.
that's racist.
How's
Also,
that
I don't want to
racist?
get mugged.
How's it fucking
It's
racist?
only racist if your jokes go that way.
yeah,
If you're
don't
just
don't tell
at
any
church-
racist jokes.
It's 2019.
You gotta
and
tell-
just the whole this just scenario itself will be deemed racist.
Yeah.
I will go to a
That is true.
pristine
That's
white
fine.
church. Oh
Okay.
wait, that's racist
You
too.
went there 5 times.
Like an
I would
independent
go to an
Let's
Baptist
go to
church.
Iglesia.
The
Oh, wait,
compound. Let's go to the compound.
How about the Kingdom Hall?
I don't want to go to Springtown. Which
Would they allow it at the
compound sounds
Kingdom
like
Hall?
a white
Dairy
nationalist
Queen?
church. I don't want to go to there.
How about
What?
just go Dairy
Kenneth
Queen in
Copeland.
Springtown?
There you go. Okay.
We'll
Dude,
go-
fuck no. That
Close
guy wants to
enough.
shoot people.
He wants to shoot me.
Yeah.
And we'll go to the Kenneth Copeland compound.
No, that's
I don't
Man,
wanna
just
go to
go to
any
like
no. People
Dude,
die out there.
Man, go to like if you.
I
it
run my
depends
mouth
on-
too much to go
It
to.
depends
any
on how
kind
you
of
want this thing to
compound.
go. If you want to get chased out of there, like go to some Calvary,
Oh,
like Calvary
I don't have
Baptist
good
or something
cardio. I
like
don't
that.
wanna do that.
If you want to get like people just to just
cardio.
to
No,
be the
I
shock
basically I want a wonder crust of
a
fucking
church?
service.
I like this.
Why
But
idea.
can't
I
you
need
do
I
on-
need my
on
own
TV?
crowd. I need an adjacent.
Do it down in
room.
Waco.
I need an
They're
adjacent.
burning for
room.
some good comedy down there.
or
Not
just
anymore.
See, I
Is
need
that
because I
bad?
need the. It'd be so hard to work out
that bad?
because I need people there
Is
that
that
would
bad?
listen to me, but I
How
also need them to
quick
hear what I'm
does that
saying
turn
without
to-
interrupting it.
How quick does your idea turn into true blasphemy?
Oh, from the get go,
Right off the bat.
This
It's
is
like,
what I was
that is
thinking. I'm
as
just like,
You guys just walking in would be,
blasphemous as
it
you
would
can
be
get.
blasphemous. Yeah.
But it would be. I'd watch it.
Especially since you're going to go with a goat horse shirt on.
hell yeah.
I don't have a goat horse shirt. But
Soylent Green
Need
was
one
better.
now.
God damn it! Everything those guys have done since is just.
I got to go home, guys.
Acid Bath was
okay.
awesome.
So you've
Soylent Green
got
was
that?
awesome.
Yep.
I don't like
Thank you.
goat horse.
you've got that. You've got that. And then I want to plug something real quick.
Your butt.
By the time this goes live tomorrow, I believe the ballot will be out for the Fort Worth Weekly Music Awards.
Okay.
Tomorrow will be, or tomorrow, today, whenever you're hearing this.
Are we
is
getting
the
a check
first
from the Fort Worth Weekly yet?
one. We're just taking them over slowly but surely.
We're infiltrating
You
them?
can't get money from something that doesn't make money. Come on, we all know that.
Wait,
yeah,
so
we know that.
Are
real
you
well,
are
don't
you
we?
guys nominated in the Fort Worth Music
No.
No,
jerk
they
off
don't put-
thing?
they don't put
Jerk
money
off
in.
thing?
Jerk off thing. It's
Is there a jerk off
because
category?
I hit up someone
definitely
from
we
Fort Worth
would be.
Weekly. I was just like, hey, you think you could add like a comedy category or something?
Why isn't
Some-
comedy added?
Well, no.
That is stupid.
And then they're like, well, this is for music. We
Well, then the
we'll
best
add
of.
that in the best of, and then nothing comedy related was in the best of either.
I thought
So-
they did do something
there
with
was.
that stuff.
Best podcast right here.
Yeah,
No, I
So
thought they
podcasts
did some
are
kind of
into-
comedies.
No.
Some shit.
no,
Didn't
you
they?
think that because it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
No. Basically, and
They
I
should
said
do it-
that so I could get an award for best comedy show, and Mona could get an award for best open mic.
No.
Because we basically have a monopoly on this shit.
Dude,
Kinda
honestly, why don't they tie it into the music? It
They could
fits in
be-
better with the music.
could.
and
They
you
don't
could-
listen to people saying logical things.
The Grammys recognize comedians, so why not?
Yeah.
Do they?
So I'm like, well, okay. I was like, all right, you got
But
the
it's
music
recordings.
thing. Oh, you got the best of thing. That makes a lot more sense. Best comedy show, best comedian, best comedy open
But the best
mic.
of, they don't actually do an award ceremony, though, do
No,
they?
they just.
That's
Oh,
why
but
it would
the
be better to
Arlington
do the...
Oh, I'm sorry. The Arlington Improv. They did have a category. The Arlington Improv, who changed their time and date of their open mic multiple times and is not in Fort Worth, won the best comedy open mic.
This sounds like sour grapes, sir.
Oh, yeah, because I'm the
sounds like
person
you're
that
angry.
fucking knows this shit, and obviously somebody who doesn't was in charge
Well,
of
let's do
picking an
this.
award that means absolutely nothing. And of
Have
course
you
I'm going to
gone
be
over
enraged by
to
it.
the
What if we
Fort
just
Worth Weekly
nominate you for
offices?
I
metal?
don't know where that's at.
It's over.
Let's just put you on
Put
the
you on
metal
But I
ballot.
know who works there, and I can bitch at them directly.
Let's just put him
So,
in metal
why
category,
not
and
do
all of us
that?
vote for him.
Good. No,
The best metal band
I
goes
want
to
you-
Brian Breckenridge.
I want you to
Hell
be
yeah.
to
Just put me in there. Be like Pinkish Black,
singer-songwriter, folk.
whatever, Wild Speaker, and The Breckening, and people would be like, "That's cool. Let's do vote for that." Yeah.
Cute butt, dude.
That's why I made up the
It's getting
term,
caught
The
on
Breckening.
mic, too.
So that's that.
Anyway.
It's too late for that because the ballot comes out tomorrow, and what I'm trying to plug here is that this Sunday night we're doing our annual sit down on the Funky Town podcast to go through the ballot. So keep your ears open for that.
Bring me up.
because we're what. Just I'm gonna drop
Just
your
bring
name.
up
in.
what I just bitched about.
for
I
best
will.
metal.
Best metal, the bracketing. I'll just throw it in there.
The bracketing.
Yeah. You think there'll be Grammys for best podcast at some point?
No,
Oh.
there's already
Good.
podcast awards,
Oh, I know, but
Is
the
there?
Grammys are the ones that mean things. So
and podcasts are becoming unionized. I don't understand how the fuck that works because
that's
it just makes no
Dude,
sense.
hey, all that does make sense is you need to join the union.
Why?
So we get paid?
Why would you get? Who's going to pay you in this union of things that aren't
I
making
think
money?
you pay union.
You want to pay your union? You want
Dues.
to pay union dues
You
when you're
need to-
not making money?
Yeah.
Right.
So the bottom of the barrel podcasts need to scramble to find a sponsor in order to pay the union dues, and then somehow
Yeah.
become successful beyond that.
Somehow this is going to end up us getting no lubed more.
Unions are bullshit because they're just admitting you work for evil and you want your fair piece of the pie. I'm just like, hey, if you're that fucking moral, stop working for evil, assholes. But they won't because, oh, it's a good job. I'm like, well, you have a good job. Shut the fuck up.
I have a union.
Brian, this is
Vote for me.
They are
United Auto
they have
Workers,
been
Local 14.
voted the worst union in the country
Sorry.
for like 5
Who?
years.
Who is this?
The CWA, the Communication Workers of America.
Oh,
Dude, we're
nice.
going late.
Yeah, we are going late. So
Go
anyway,
home and
they're
jack
terrible.
off.
Anyway,
You're
so
welcome.
yeah, take a look out
Okay.
for that. It'll be out sometime here shortly. We're gonna record it on Sunday. It'll be out next week. So anyway,
Obamacare.
let's get out of here. Thanks guys for coming in.
Bang.
Hugs and kisses on all your necks. And,
Later.
Bye bye.
But tulip.
I don't know where the stop button is.
That's
There it
great.
is. Boom.
Dude, we could have gone on for another hour.
We probably
Oh
could.
my god, I got a bunch of messages
It's so
from
cold
Jesse.
Giving you shit.
Don't you talk shit about
She-
me.
Like, no.
I'm gonna cut
She
your
sent me a
face
I'm
off.
FaceTime
sorry.
message.
I'm an adult, and I didn't go to high school out here, so. She goes, caught the prom ramp, raved to the camera. She goes, there was parking lot fucking. Someone was putting punch in the liquor.
Jesse, you're still in the chat room, right? Why are you so? I tried to get this out of her last. Why was she all hardcore about the prom? It just seems to be a weird event.
Fort Worth. That's why I want what I want, and you know, my end goal is to do this across the country. I don't give a fuck about Fort Worth. It's just the city right next. It's the bigger city right next to the big city I already live in.
We're all assholes.
Does kind of stink.
Man.
It's the on a
About
bad day, the barren wasteland, on a good day, the fertile soil for what I want to do. I don't want to put on bigger and better comedy shows. I want to become a bigger and better
Killing
comedian.
this. Good night, y'all. Later.
Fucking hard worker, though. But anything